matter of fact, there's a Twitter person I follow called "Fuck You, I Quit," and they posted a thing saying they posted a picture of this thing in an office that said, if you talk about wages, you will be fired.
I saw that.
So a bunch of the workers got together and basically said, "Screw you" to that manager. Quoted where it's illegal to fire people based on the discussion of the wages by the actual law definition, and then had a bunch of people sign it with their wages. And with the wage discrimination right next to them.
Wow.
So everybody in that office knows how much every of this person people make. Which, by the way, I still haven't called my boss to see if I have a job.
Welcome to Overarms, everybody.
Yay! Welcome to
Accidental short for everybody.
Overarms, where we're totally not dealing with
racial discrimination.
ableism.
The only thing we have to lose are our chains, all right?
Discrimination against anima users.
Smile face.
That's why we have to make a charitable organization beneficially regarding anima users.
Connect port. This whole network is fucked, man. I'm sorry, it's all the memes.
Yeah, I thought you'd appreciate
Anima
that.
Lives Matter.
Anima Lives Matter.
ALM.
Unless you're Lance, in which case your arms and hand don't matter.
Yeah,
Oh, let me update the.
legs and like your arm.
Wait a minute. He's missing two legs and one arm, right?
No,
Yeah.
he's missing his arm. Yeah, his hand. Specifically, he held it with his right hand, so he got his right hand lobbed off, like a little bit higher off the wrist, but he got that part lobbed off, and then like above his kneecaps, he lost them.
So
He's
the next
basically
superhero-
Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. So I guess you can say that superhero had the high ground.
He does now.
I guess you can say that's for most people. So it's season 2, episode 11.
Myron,
I thought
have
we
you
were
ever
in
heard of the
season 3,
story?
or am I crazy?
Maybe season 3. You're right.
Myron, have you ever heard the story of Darth Plagueis? It's what we were doing.
I'm sorry, could you speak up? You're on the ground and you're dragging your stumps everywhere. You're getting the carpet messy.
Oh my god.
Grimtongue worked very hard to keep that carpet nice. Just stay right there. I'll get you a skateboard.
Get you a skateboard.
Comes back with just a pallet on wheels.
Hold on. I got this. I'm gonna take the log that's on fire in the fireplace, shove it in my gun, and look at Lance and go, "Are you ready to be cauterized?"
You ready to be healed?
I was gonna say, Lance starts doing like a fucking he does a fucking wheelie, and then like the board goes off his body, and then he has to do that slow, meticulous, like moving his body to get back to the board. But it's like you can see in his eyes the existential dread is trying to get into him, but he's fighting for dear life not to let it in. And he gets back on the board, and like then you start hearing the music like "Here I Am."
Tony Hawk Pro Skater music starts playing, and
Well, here I am, doing all the things I can, doing everything I know. Like
I'm Superman.
Alright, so are we ready for Overarms today? Well, I guess it's a short session today. Alright, guys, thank you for coming out.
No, we're waiting.
Cool, I'll go back to magic.
I got my sheet ready for nothing. Like the whole time you guys were talking, I was on Roll20 filling in the stat sheets, the information.
I'm teasing, of course we're ready.
I know. I'm just playing along.
Of course.
I'm Robin Mask. Let's go. This is now Kiniku Man.
Ultimate muscle.
I promise there's going to be plenty of Ultimate Muscle reference. I will.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fun fact, and I've
We're
actually
fighting
seen
Pyramid
Ultimate
Man.
Muscle.
To preface this session, I'm going to have to say that the tournament art parts are going to be a little bit slower than everything else That doesn't mean we won't have roleplay moments for Edmund and Myron, because it wouldn't be fair, and I don't want you guys to sit not doing anything for an hour or two whilst I roleplay with everyone else. So, what I'm going to do is give you guys just as much free amount of action of roleplay as if you weren't part of the tournament to compensate. Is that okay?
Alright.
So you guys can still do things whilst being part of the tournament, but only one action a week, just as if we were not doing the tournament. Otherwise, welcome everybody to Overarms tonight. How do you all feel?
Disappointed.
Wow.
Not at Overarms. You know why I'm disappointed.
Yeah. Well, I was hoping you'd tell me how you feel about Overarms, not about gun and battle operations too. I know I'm disappointed about that too.
Really excited.
I'm excited.
It got the face long.
What?
The fucking this skin.
What's
Rambo skin. They got the face long.
Well, does anyone want to do us a small recap of what their character has done in the last month?
Lance was doing a bit of a training montage, and doing community service along West Bay because he was getting ready for the tournament. And oh no, well, this schmuck walks in, demanding Lance to stop talking about him like Lance is like an alcoholic father. He won't stop talking about that specific subject to his own kid. Laser beams his legs and hand off, and they both disappeared into a void. However, Lance did learn a new fighting style.
Oh, whoops!
And-
I took Lance's home too.
Yeah, like,
And don't worry, the conflict has been uploaded to the internet on WorldStar.
What?
It's on the star.
Okay, who's next? Who wants to recap what they did last month? The seventh.
My father's still
I guess-
alive.
Okay, keep going, Edmund. What else did Edmund do other than that?
That's pretty much all I can remember.
The seventh diamond?
That wasn't last month.
Yeah, it was. It was the end of the month.
So it was like 2 weeks ago. That's not a month ago.
Oh, God, no. Sorry, guys. I'm talking about in-game roleplay.
I thought we were too.
Everyone says nothing. They look
Rob,
at
what's wrong
dungeon.
with you?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't the seventh time. The seventh time it didn't happen a month ago. We did Saving Private Game Night, which happened after the seventh diamond.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did that. I remember that. No,
We
but I'm
saved
talking about...
Game Night.
But I'm talking about seventh diamond was destroyed in May. You guys are in June.
Yeah. No.
Yes, you guys are in
The
June.
thing of value was lost.
Yes, but the seventh diamond was destroyed in May, last week, okay, in the roleplay. Yes, it was destroyed last week in the roleplay, not a month ago. You're right, I'm sorry. I'm a little time blocked, sorry. It's all over the place. Huh?
Now I'm confused because Saving Private Game Night happened the week after.
Canonically, you guys aren't in June yet. We're starting the first weeks in June. So that happened, but
Oh.
that happened during the interim, I would say the Sunday or Friday before the end of the month.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm confused.
It's okay. Saving game night, you saved it before we began June. Seven Diamond was destroyed. Myron and Edmund have successfully gathered the first part of the Cimmerlis.
They go sleeps for now. Yo, they made Marilogic. Aww.
And last but not last, and for definitely one of the best, Alistair. How was the last month for him?
Well, he spent it, let's see. I know he had a little shopping spree and a little spire to buy more relics. He wants to get more practice in actually making relics together, so repair Solaris Iris.
To Solaris Umbras.
I don't know why I said Iris.
It's
Solaris
okay.
Umbra.
No! My notes!
Let's see. He also has been tasked by this little also named Timothy Jeremy, who wants to figure out who has people making animal fragments out of animals, and well, who's doing it. I don't. Alistair, was there with Lance, Myron, and Evan talking about about tournament, but Alistair himself doesn't seem like he'll go. Doesn't see a point to him personally being there. He's just stuck as room studying more with Zector.
Well, Zector's in the college at your father's laboratory.
Yeah.
He's been busy trying to get the interfaces to work for him. Otherwise, are we ready, guys, to start June?
Yep.
Nobody look at the Powerville at the college. Nobody look at all.
Let's actually go ahead and start with Myron and Edmund for the first week in June. I'll pull the camera over to the bar, the sauntering stallion. Here, Grimtongue has given the breakfast that you guys are usually like. I don't know what would Edmund like for his breakfast, and what would Myron like for usually eat for his breakfast?
Whatever is being served.
Okay, you're not picky. Then the pickiest person.
Oh no, Myron tries something different every day, and today it's cereal.
Oh.
Today it's cereal.
Yeah, but it's Grimtongue. He's like over the top-ish, so it's not just cereal, but like he went out of his way to go make it personally, painstakingly, and in the last minute of an hour to do. And despite all the handicaps, Myron, it's really good granola cereal.
Yes, he said something about regular too. I don't understand.
I had to work quite hard. I had to work quite hard to milk the almonds. Today.
This is a strange world indeed.
Indeed. My lords, your news of your escapade has reached the wider broadcast of Spiral City. Your claims are your actions are known, but not that you are the purveyors of such actions. Right now, the leading cause for the destruction is believed to be a gas leak or a malfunction with the electrical lines in there.
Malfunction isn't too far off.
The public is believing something to do with the relics, and the building was specifically designed with like anti-relic equipment installed. So such systems weren't fully tested, probably, and that's what caused the faultiness. They're currently doing background searching on the relic system installed and who was the artificer and all that. So, what will you do now, Bright Lord? You've regathered one of the Cimrillas, correct? And do we not need three? No, two?
No, there are three in total. Two is the power spike.
Well, do you not want to start your hunt for the next one?
Yes, we most definitely should. I don't know what Gregor is yet, but there's a district of this city, Travis, Trunce. I mean, it's Travail, but he doesn't remember. No, he was at Travail, wasn't he?
Yeah, you went to Travail Park, yes.
I fought the big jiggle monster there.
You fought oh, yes, the kaiju thing, the monster.
Yeah. Yes, where was that?
Yeah.
No, the district. Which district was it?
Travail, my Bright Lord.
Focus your attention there. Some woman has something she shouldn't have.
He bows to you. With all my power, my Bright Lord, I shall search for you. He looks over at Edmund. Would you like to lend your assistance, Edmund?
And unfortunately, I cannot. I have other arrangements with.
Oh yes, we do have that pugilist tournament, don't we?
Yes, we do.
No, yes, you are participating in that. The first King of Anima fighting tournament for the Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Oh man, he even has a cool name.
Lance kicks himself.
No, he doesn't.
Give me 500 gold.
I'm willing to give everyone but Lance 500 gold for that joke.
Oh.
So Lucy gonna be thrown into a volcano?
Hey, I'll take 500 gold.
Play that game religiously, Dungeon. You can't slip that one past me.
All right.
Get ready for the next battle.
So yeah, King of Anima Fighter. King of Anima Fighters. Yeah, that's what I called it.
Fist of the Anime King.
Yes, I was thinking of that too, but I came down to King of Anima Fighters.
What would be the hardest anima?
I want to throw specifically a poker table at you so I could make you fold. You know, like how Myron was throwing the table at him? Never mind. Huh?
I wonder, Grim Tongue, do you by chance know how much that property was worth the seventh diamond was on?
Well, he takes out a pair of glasses. If you're going to start calculating property income and interest, he begins taking out paper and parchment and starts writing some paperwork down. You got to remember the foot traffic in the area, the property location, the type of like a real estate deal that they had previously. Now that it's destroyed and there's questionability about the structure of the building in the first place and the type of work that went into it, we probably could get it at steal for 20,000.
I look over at Myron.
20,000 for a hole in the ground?
No, my lord.
Yeah.
He takes the glasses off and his tone returns back to over. You would be spending 20,000 to be able to purchase the land that the hole is in, my lord. You would have all hearsay of the land. No upkeep required.
How do you own land, firstly? Secondly, your entire society bothers me.
Well,
I hate this. I hate it here. I want to go home.
could put a second.
Myron, when you say that, you look longingly out the window and you can feel the music of the creation sung softly, but with words you would know but can't hear because it teases you that much. It's like the lyrics.
Just not Hirume Valamar.
It's like hearing All Star Smash Mouth, but the words are muffled.
Oh, no. Don't fucking put the music of creation with Smash Mouth.
Somebody
No, you stop
it's
it.
all muffled, so it's like. But that's not what it sounds like. You would hear the
People
singing.
wonder why we rebelled.
You would hear the singing, right? But you can't hear the voices. It's muffled, and it's like depressing to you because you know in true glory of those songs that they're meant to be sung in heart and fullest and earnest.
But now I'm stuck here where you can buy dirt.
I thought Myron was one of the people who sung that song.
We'll get to that point later. Your character doesn't know that, or else be smited.
No, that was out of character.
That's why I said you don't know that in character, or else be smited. But yes, we'll get to that later. There's no yes or no yet. There's just we'll get to that when we do.
No, I mean in like Lord of the Rings canon.
Lord of the
Louis'
Rings
reference on, yeah.
Yeah, who Myron's based off of? Yes, but in our roleplay, no.
Based off, but not him.
Yep.
Them, I should say.
So,
Well-
Bright Lord, he looks over at Myron. Pyro Lord,
Yeah, yes.
what would you two like to do for this week and endeavors? Is there anything I can lend my expertise to? I am going to Oh, Bright Lord, I forgot your upkeep.
Well, 250 gold it is.
I do believe that's the current upkeep, right? Let me double check your
Yeah.
the Sauntering Stallion.
Oh, it makes 250 a month.
Yeah, it's 250 a month. No, it makes 2,000 a month, but based on its quality, it's currently at basically poor quality. This is This place at poor right now, so it doesn't make any multiplier. But the monthly upkeep only increases with when you get when you buy purchases and upgrades to it.
Yeah.
So if you were
No,
to
when you
increase,
said upkeep, I thought I had to pay something. Sorry.
no, you're fine. You don't have to pay.
Magic.
Yeah, you're fine. You just get a flat 250 from what's it called?
Sauntering Stallion.
Yep.
Grim Tongue, I'm sorry to. I know I'm like interrupting you two.
No,
But-
Pyro Lord. By all means, speak your will.
What about that?
Oh, he gave you a nickname. I didn't even
those-
tell him to do that.
Those papers that I asked you about.
Papers? Remind me.
The passport.
Oh, yes. He has to begin the work and finish it this month for you. He only had it for Myron ready. So Myron's perfectly fine for the Myron, your paperwork for like legal purposes, you may want to write this on your character sheet somewhere, but you have fake paperwork. It's got a DC of 15, a DC of 13 for anyone investigating it. But basically, it looks real enough that anyone would pass it off as such. It basically states that Myron is not an anima user, doesn't have powers, and has been verified by the Spiral Council, by a bureau of the Spiral Council. So, in fast terms short, the Spiral Council runs everything. Spiral Council has their own buildings that they are going to be hosting these testing centers for. And your paperwork falsifies that you've been tested and proven to be innocent of anima usage.
Hooray!
I'm innocent.
Of all
For
crimes.
now.
Alright. But yeah, make sure you have that on your character sheet. At least
Just
fake
write it all in.
fake
Oh,
paperwork's DC 13. I'll remember that rest.
It literally says fake ID papers, DC of 13. Name is Rexford G. Lewis.
Beautiful.
Or
Thank
Rex
you.
Lewis for short.
Edmund, so
More.
he'll be working on that whilst doing the investigation in Travail.
Alright.
Scrub more. It says right on the bottom of it.
Well,
Stolen pies.
man, I was thinking. You're quite taller,
Oh, yes.
and
Like,
your
forgetting
hair is
about that.
longer.
Yeah.
So obviously you have some wisdom. And I was thinking,
Is that a reference to Invader Zim?
no,
Almighty
I never
Taurus
watched
fan.
Invader Zim.
All held of all the
Almighty Taurus rule!
I was thinking maybe you can use some of your wisdom.
You think they'll do your leader because they're taller than you?
Can buy that property that Seventh Diamond was on, and we can make a more additional profit. Well, you can make additional.
Well,
profit.
I can make relics now, yes.
Well,
I did have an
no.
idea for a shop.
First, you'll need to go. You'll need to at least spend 1 week of action to go back to talk to Dobie Mick.
Mick Dobie.
Sorry, Mick Dobie. No, Mick Dobie's right. I'm mixing it up, but yeah, I was close. I was getting close to remember, but yeah, you'll need to speak to Mick Dobie about it.
Dude, I can never remember it.
You remembered it because I messed it up. It's perfect. We complimented it. It's wonderful. Yeah, but Mick Dobie, you need to go talk to him. But otherwise, yes, essentially you passed the testing. You just need to talk to him to verify it, and you get relic craftery for accessories, if that's what the one you wanted, right?
Yeah, accessories.
Yes, because they are still essentially a relic. They still follow the same, only 2 per person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then the next steps of relic forgery happens next for you. Oof, this is gonna be fun.
Well, my idea was we take the 7th diamond because it's in the market district, and I'll turn it into a shop called Rings and Things. It rhymes, it rolls off the tongue, everyone will love it. And then we use it for the other thing I talked to you about.
Ooh, do tell, Bright Lord. What is the next steps in our plan?
I don't like how the anima users here are being oppressed. There's something wrong in a world, Grimtongue, where the strong take refuge from the weak. as far as I can tell, I'm stuck here now. I'm going to do something about it.
The doors tauntingly open but close.
Oh, I know someone who will fix you real quick. Though I don't know how he's going to kick doors down without legs.
I love that, but you don't know that yet. I know someone who would kick that door down. Kick it really hard. I mean, put his boot to the... really
real
give
leg
it
work
fuck-
with it, you know?
Huh?
Oh my god. Should we see this? Lance, remember to lift up your legs, not your back.
He's just looking at all of you glaring. Thank you.
Hey, Zero!
What-
Don't worry, we'll get that wheelchair ramp installed on the McKinley Bonemobile in no time.
Buster's like, Lance,
He
what
just
the
had
hell
his hand-
happened to you?
I'm sorry,
He just
Lance.
has
I know you're a police officer, but someone with actual legs who can walk outranks you.
Oh,
Fucking Jesus.
Oh
Alright.
my
Lance just, all Lance does is like put his hands in his face and starts quietly sobbing.
alright. Before we continue to become ableist here, alright?
Continue.
I need to know what you guys are planning to do for this week, because otherwise, I'll get you guys ready for the tournament scene. I have that part. I don't have the first set of fights ready, because to be fair with you and honest, I don't have all the fighters ready yet. But I do have the first scene for you guys for the tournament.
Well, I need
What
to
can I-
talk to Nick Dobie.
Okay.
What can I do to fix this place up?
Oh, personal investment. It requires money, so you just need to pay. What's it called? Grimtongue. But essentially, let me share this the character sheet with you too, since if you're going to be invested with the idea this establishment, then here, give me a second. Let me share it with you too. It's in Myron's and it's in Evie's.
How many dead bodies can we fit in the basement?
Funny enough, I created a basement.
Are they whole or chopped up?
Both.
You have
Oh,
a lot of
like a
old
calculator.
furniture. You have a lot of old furniture in the basement, but if you removed it all, plenty of space. So yeah, if you scroll down, you'll see there's a lot of information about what the things you can get purchasable. So essentially, if you wanted to help around, this is what you could do: purchasable upgrades. There are none of these currently in staff.
Am I considered a worker?
No.
You're subcontracted.
Yeah, I would even say just a contractor is the best way to put you. Seriously, I have a whole Monster Hunter thing written in here that if you hired a chef, you guys get Monster Hunter like buffs before going to fights.
So it's a fucking cat then.
Yes.
I could be. I fucking have a shark teaching a goddamn elf how to make rings. I'll do what I want, Mom.
I am going to.
I rolled to sleight of hand the bear rug. All right, well, Myron, could you do me a favor and roll a dexterity speed check for me?
No.
I guess you. I guess
you.
you.
Reroll Filmeril.
That's fair. You are always carrying it. Yeah, go ahead, reroll.
Okay.
Hey, how about a 9?
And then so it's just I would say only rerolls one dice to at least tone it down a little bit.
Yeah, I only rerolled.
For now.
Yeah, for now. When you
Or
get
like,
this, when you get the next piece, you get to reroll the full set. But yeah, so you rolled a 9 instead of a 4. So yeah, you notice Zero T-Town trying to steal the bear rug, but as soon as you do, the entity disappears.
So
The
mine
bear
was
rug is
always
safe.
on the silver list all the time.
There's specters
Gotcha.
here. Who am I gonna call?
Ghostbusters?
Lance McKinley! I'm sorry.
Hey, the real Ghostbusters did have the paraplegic Ghostbuster.
Yeah.
Evie, Edmund, what are you doing before I cut scene?
I am going to give 1,000 gold to Grimtongue and tell him to put it toward the bar. Or to the Sauntering Stallion.
For what?
For just general upgrades.
Okay, I'll make it real easy then. He'll take your
Common.
thousand. Huh?
Upgrade to common.
Yeah, sure. He'll take the 1,000 gold and he'll begin upgrading the bar. The bar is poor stocked. Now he'll be good. They'll be good stocked, making a modifier of 1 for your daily. What's from common? Actually, what's common again?
Up to 3 workers can gain an extra decision per week.
Oh, that's the quality of the worker.
Oh.
The bar.
And they also relieve
I'll
stress.
I'll write it out. But basically, the bar being at a common would mean that I'd say commons 2 times multiplier because poor is 1 multiplier. So yeah, you guys will get now. Let me update the character the sheet for it.
Okay, I've got the bit about the Silmaril allowing reroll sheet too.
God, they have stupid looking fucking. God, I hate the pandemic because I can't find a decent looking cool mask.
Is my Logitech? Oh my god.
Sorry.
My mic might dip here. Give me a second.
Yeah, you got you. Current income equals 2,000 G times 2. Is it 1,000? No, it's 1,750 G. Okay, so yeah, so essentially your current income is 4,000 now. So you put 1,000 in, you got 3,000 back out.
Ooh, left.
That was EB's mic dying.
Yeah, Eva's mic just died. So yeah, that makes sense, right? And that feels fair, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and as it's not hiring staff, it's not part of upgrading the income that's based there. As you put staff members to help handle things, that's where that extra decision point comes in. The bar itself can give you, Myron, an extra decision point each week.
Ooh.
That was that's the kind of the incentive to have you want to increase the place. Give me a second.
Uh-oh.
I'll just take until it has to update. No, that's fine, dude. But yeah, you'll still need to you'll still need to dedicate a time of action, or I mean, otherwise I can think of you spending the 1,000 gold and the time with what's it called, Grimtongue, in order to make sure the bar is all stocked nicely. Oh, also, line. The name of the relic of the katana that Alistair has is Never Cry. Because fuck you. What would you have called it, huh, Mister? I got 10,000 original ideas. Huh?
That was the window.
The fuck is that supposed to be? What?
A reference to the Halo 2 Breaking Benjamin song, I'd have to guess.
No, it's from Devil May Cry 4. The end credits.
I'm sorry, who has all of his limbs?
It's either that song or Your Legacy. DMC 5 song.
Those with legs get to speak over.
Oh, Silver Bullet.
Sorry.
How much does it cost to hire staff?
I believe it's around the same amount.
1,000.
Yeah, it depends on what type of staff member you want.
Alright.
Announcer. A game master? Wait, what the fuck?
So here's the thing, though. If you're reading the staff part, right, the thing you must remember is I'm talking about the head of staff. You need a higher head of staff, which was like Grimtongue. Grimtongue is already your head of like a considered head of staff. He can't do all he can't run staffs on top of running the bar, on top of doing tasks for you. So if he had to dedicate himself, he'd be only doing head of staff work. But if you hired someone to be head of staff for him, he can delegate them to run the bar while he did all the tasks and the shadow work for you guys. Then your head of staff can have up to 3 workers join you. As each of those workers would help with the store. And if you had a common staff, up to 3 workers together would cost you 3,000 gold. And each of those staff members would cost 2,200 gold to upkeep each. On top of the head of staff, who is currently, delegating tasks. So if you got a legendary head of staff, for example, they can have 5 people under them. When they get 5 people hired under them, Myron, you get 1 extra decision per week. You gain 2 rerolls for any work-related checks twice per week. So the idea there is like
5,000 gold.
It's 5,000 gold for the head of staff, and then because it's 1,000 gold times the quality. So it's 5,000 for the head of staff, and then 1,000 for each of the workers as of that quality. Or you can hire. No, I think you can hire at common quality and still be fine.
Well, that's just 1,000, isn't it?
I'll work out the numbers, but I believe 5,000 is going to be the cost amount for the head of staff, and then his underlings will be 500 each. I'll work out the numbers again.
All right.
But for now, hiring a legendary head of staff also requires you to have the networking to get someone like that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to put a want ad and
street cred to get someone who can top you off.
I could just burn down every other restaurant.
Oh no!
I know someone who does that.
Oh no! Can you please stop burning my roleplay?
I kind of need you to do me something.
There's an establishment with some fellows who I like to work for, but they have wages too high. You catch my drift?
Edmund, do you see that restaurant?
Yes.
I don't want to see it anymore.
All right, give me the drink.
I hate this.
Oh yeah, the 7th time, and that serves like jet fuel as a fucking drink.
It was for
Jet fuel couldn't melt my dreams.
It was for the literary reference, and I got very
This reference is now a bomb. Congratulations.
You know, Douglas Adam would have been happy. Douglas Adam would have been happy with the series of events. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, you know what, from I know the gentleman, it sounds like exactly what he would have wanted to happen. But alright. Yeah, I gotta get certified by McDoby here.
Edmund?
Guess I'm going to I'm not West Bay.
You could go back to Gridiron to go talk to the industry workers. Sorry, not industry workers. To talk to what is it? ¿Cómo se llama? The Gridiron Assembly. Huh?
Oh, Gridiron Assembly? Yeah, I guess I could.
I was also gonna say you could talk to the wrecking crew.
The wrecking crew.
Did we not establish that the wrecking crew exists in Gridiron?
Yes.
I think that was before Evie started playing.
Yeah, so I have no idea. I'm in the dark.
I believe they're the local gang that runs the Gridiron, no?
Something akin to one of the gangs in the area, correct. And I don't think it's something I'd hide from Evie. I wouldn't hide from Edmund either. Especially since you grew up in Gridiron, you are well aware of some of the gangs that run around there, like the Wrecking Crew. you would have known that, the Wrecking Crew had members in jail at the time when the prison break happened. It was even well news that some of the prison members, some prestigious prison members were still at large. The media just never covered who exactly, though. Left it ambiguous.
Fucking abs.
Yeah.
Was it Lance part of the Wrecking Crew?
No, he got one of the members of the lead. Well, I don't know if he's the lead, but a member of the Wrecking Crew arrested.
Oh.
Do you remember his name? For 500 gold, do you remember his name? Five,
God.
4, 3, 2. Anyone else?
3.
Finn.
For 1,000 gold. Anyone else?
I'd love to help you out, Dungeon. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I don't got it.
Yeah, me too, man.
Murdoch.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, that was killing me.
I was about ready to say it's definitely not.
I remember
Sonic.
they ran together in the bathroom of the hotel, the spooky hotel we all know and love.
Wait, what happened about the spooky hotel now? Why, are you fucking serious with this one?
Look.
Are you?
Yeah.
Really? You know how this is gonna work out when it gets revealed?
Look. We already discussed what his second ability can do. It can. So I have to fight with the theme. So
You
I
know,
can't find.
you know it's fucked. I don't actually know what your second ability is.
Oh, we talked about it.
No, I don't. I'm a stoner. You didn't write it. And how many times do I have to? Kalis, come, brother, speak to me. How many times have we typed things down?
We forget shit we tell each other all the time.
But how many times have we type it down?
Yeah, that's kind of why. That's why I made that one server, so when we talk about that, there's one centralized place for it.
Hey, how about you? Sorry, 1 second. How about you do all that, Danny? Then. Oh, you don't have the time. Well, use what
I
you said.
even linked my server's theme song.
Da-na-na-na-na.
That's Transformers. It's good trying. I appreciate it, but no.
No, but seriously, I don't even know
Hold on.
the AP2.
Yeah, let me look for a better image so you.
No, it's too late. I committed to it.
No, I'm taking no.
Oh, no.
No, too late.
Is the stream okay on your end? Because I see a black screen on mobile.
Oh shit. Well, shouldn't be.
I'll check.
It is chaos. Why is it chaos? There you go. Sorry.
Okay, there we go.
I have no idea why I did that. Too late, Danny. You locked it in. Look at the character sheet.
You know what? Is it Blood Bowl season?
It's Blood Bowl.
Oh, you're talking about fuck yeah. We'd be doing the playoffs.
Is the Gridiron
Gridiron,
what is
the Gridiron Knights, yes.
Is the Gridiron Knights in the playoffs?
Well, no, it's not like divisionary yet. It's like each district is currently doing their internal, what's it called? Internal tournaments to decide who's going to be the representing team for their entire district. So the district itself, right, when they have their representatives chosen, call themselves the Gridiron Knights. Then they go into district-wide tournaments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The district tournaments have to happen before the inter-district tournaments.
No, the
You know what?
inter-district
I'm going.
the inter-district ones are happening first right now. At the end of the year, before the end of the season, they're going to have the city-wide tournament where each district is represented.
That would be an inter-district.
It is? Okay, well then fuck. Damn it, you said it. You know what I'm trying to say, right, Evie? Okay. Sorry, guys.
Each teams inside each district are fighting for the right to go to the inter-district competition.
Yes.
Wormtongue, you wouldn't happen to have a television set anywhere, would you?
He takes up old telly. It has about 3 channels.
Is one of those the Gridiron Sports Channel?
He flicks through two of them. Appears not.
Like one,
No, it
and
just
one of
has
those,
two
like, literally
channels.
just Wallace and,
It just has two channels.
I was gonna say one of those like literally just Wallace and Gromit.
It's got knobs.
Well,
No, if you want me to
You
be
know what
serious
I'm
about what's on the TV, one of them is just like random infomercials. It seems like it literally doesn't even look like products you can buy because at the end of each of those like little segments of like a video or two, it ends with like you know how like infomercials usually have like a cheesy blue border with the product in the window. Call now and put down at the 4 easy payments of $29.95. But there is no call number. There is nothing. There's a product for sure, but there's nothing else. It's a weird infomercial channel. Doesn't make sense.
call number is blocked out by the actual.
It's an SCP at this
It's in a
point.
weird aspect ratio.
Yeah, yeah.
Myron, I know what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go catch a Blood Bowl game and then pick up a television for the bar.
What's a television?
You see that thing on the counter? That's a television.
That would be a television, but that's a goddamn disgrace of what a television could be. That right there is an insult. Pushes us off the counter.
I'm trying to think because.
Sorry.
So I've already established that you may or may not be Satan, and I'm working with him. Let me.
Grimton looks weirdly. What is Satan?
Well,
There's a
Time for
certain
all of us
irony
to
in
go to
an
church.
agnostic works for me.
a certain irony in an agnostic. Well, it's a giant contraption, and it plays recordings of various shows and or sports.
This Satan sounds confusing.
But no, this is a television. Satan is who punishes the evildoers when they
What's
die.
wrong with that?
Grimton looks quite perplexed. There's an entity designed to punish the wicked, but the Bright
Yes.
Lord is here. He's not Satan.
Wait a minute.
No, I'm not. I'm not this Satan. Though I do punish the wicked.
Of course. For why else do I fly so close to my Bright Lord?
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Theological discussion. Am I Satan?
Satan, coming to you too. Soon, TV.
Looks like I'm going to hell.
All right, so
Well,
let's
very well.
let's
Due to this television, I will run my own errands.
You know what? When I get the television, I'll show it to you.
Fantabulous.
And with that, let me also just hide the door for now, because whilst we know it's there, I'm just going to poop it out of existence for now. So anyway, Myron, you make your way over to, I think we said, right, where is it? Caribbean Assets? Here. The Finishing Bite. I forgot where I left that place. Of course, I wouldn't write where that was. Anyway, you make your way to the Finishing Bite. I suppose it has to be in the Hammer District too. But, sure. We'll make it a pretty simple trip for you. You make your way to the Finishing Bite. I really want it to be like an Anchor kind of store. The irony being that it's a shark.
Like Mr. Krabs' house.
So, yeah! Mr. Krabs' house. Perfect.
That's what I thought, dude.
Yeah, so you make your way to Mr. Krabs' house.
You feeling it now, Mr. Myron?
Oi, me bucko! Me buckaroo! Are you feeling it now, Mr. Myron?
I feel a great many things, including an unbridled rage. If I
Anyway,
had my full abilities at my command, I would burn this entire world, resurrect you all, then burn it again.
well, that sounds
And
interesting.
finally, I would not destroy the world, I would simply stop its course so you all froze.
That's interesting. But yeah, you open the door thinking this to yourself. You walk in to a she shanty styled market styled shop that has trinkets, fish hooks, fish baits, fish lines, nautical
that
equipment.
sailor's tune playing in the back on the accordion. You know the one, but it's stuck on loop.
Doom, 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 boom, boom, doom, doom.
Oh my god, I put it in.
You know that song, right? No, the ending of SpongeBob episodes. No.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. So yeah, you see all this going on, and there's actually a line, a small line. Just two people are ahead of you. Someone in a full diving suit is talking to McDobie right now.
Is that a frogman?
You take a closer look at the people in the line, and indeed there is a frogman behind the diver suit man. And the frog gentleman seems to be worried about a hole in a net, insect bug net. Hmm.
Well, not much I can do about holes in bug nets.
But it seems like the diver suit, the man in the diver suit, gives a warm, like a big old handshake and walks past off. He has like a comically sized bandage on a hole at what seems to be a hole in his diver suit, and he walks out triumphantly past you, going past the store, seemingly to his next nautical adventure.
Yeah, it was Nautilus.
I was thinking that too.
The frog then goes up and begins speaking with McDobie about the fishing, about the bug net. You can actually listen in if you want, as he's the only other. So it's a bug net. You can listen in if you like, or you can look around the store.
I'll listen in.
I'm not going to make voices, but you get the essence of the conversation being that McDobie made the bug net for this guy to catch a specific insect. Something like a azure rhino or something like that. But he hasn't had...
SpongeBob is trying to catch the rare jellyfish.
Essentially. But he hasn't been able to. So he's blaming McDobie for it. And in fact, upon attempting to catch it with this very bug net, it didn't work. So he wants McDobie to give him either a refund or take back the relic and do it again. And McDobie's kind of like, dude, I really did my best on this one, and I don't know if I can do better.
Can I see whether or not this fellow's an anime user?
You can spend an AP for it. Sure.
Yeah, I'll spend an AP.
There are a couple of ways for you guys to figure out if someone's an anime user or not. I'm going to reveal one of the ways you can do it. So, you can be creative and figure your own ways out, and I'd be surprised. I like creativity. So, Myron, with your hand, with your ring, you create, what's it called? A small glyph of your symbol. One that can create the buffs and debuffs, but you hover over the face of the person like a flash. They don't seem to react, though, whatsoever.
Nope, not an anime user, if I'm guessing right.
Yep.
Well, then I think I'll just dominate this fellow.
Yeah, with another AP, you could simply just... Yeah.
And now I'm going to make him say something before he leaves.
Oh, hold on. Your domination doesn't work the way you think it does. The same.
Oh.
No. You completely dominate him, but there's a caveat.
Yeah.
Okay. Myron, you currently gain the following temporary knowledge. You learn frog speech. You learn how to breathe underwater. You learn how to swim underwater as an expert. You gain the following debuff. Well, I mean, you wouldn't expect the debuff now because you're using Cimrillus, but you would have the following. Disadvantage on any checks past the knowledge the current character you're dominating can use for. But because you have the Cimrillus, you don't have to worry about that part. But yeah, you gain the temporary information and knowledge of the person you're dominating, including their memories. You can't store this information for later.
No. Well, there's not much use to it then, is there? It's like a computer with a broken hard drive.
I'd say you can store one skill per domination, but you can only hold one per Cimrillus.
Yeah, and you gotta switch them out, or like replace them.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But yeah, for now, like I said, this guy comes equipped with aquatic knowledge, water breathing, and expert swimming and all.
Well, underwater breathing, I'm always a fan of utility. So we'll just remember how to suck oxygen out of water for a while.
The Cimrillus gives you a faint warning as taking skills from a current living individual may kill them, and it also will remove their ability.
It's optional?
Yes, it's optional.
Oh, cool. I ain't doing it then.
Yeah. It's optional,
Okay,
and
optional.
if you took it from anybody, there's a great chance they won't survive. If they do, then they're operating without knowing why they lost the ability. I'm sorry, I'm a little sadist in that, but like,
I lost
Like,
half
why
my
can't I
brain.
use my powers?
no, why can't I breathe underwater as the frog starts to drown? That's what I'm implying.
Oh, so we're taking like mind trick and making it even more abusive. I'm down.
That's good. What do I have?
Listen, all I'm saying is you can trace any problem in the galaxy back to the Jedi, all right?
Mhm.
Inflation, the Jedi. Homelessness, the Jedi.
But yeah, you're
Random
Myron.
lightsaber stabbings, the Jedi.
Could you describe us what it looks like? Wait, Can you describe us what it looks like when Myron's in the stance of dominating someone?
Oh no, he's just standing behind him, and he lifts his hand and clenches it, and the ring glows softly as his eyes. And as his eyes glow, SpongeBob starts to glow, just ever so faintly.
I'm not saying SpongeBob, it's a frog.
Okay, Frog Bob.
That's fine. Frog Bob begins to.
Bob the Frogman. Bob the Frogman.
That's fine too. Bob the Frogman begins to glow. Because
Just
you have the Cimrillus, he begins to grow a faint hue of red gold. Dick Moby looks at him like, you okay? But what?
He says he's fine. He apologizes for any unkind words, and he fucking leaves.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day, Captain.
Yup, exactly. Then he just fucks off.
You can feel so for you, right? I like you to imagine the sensation of for Myron, how he dominates, like holding on to the shift gear of a car, but you feel it in motion. And as you begin to force him to walk away, you pull what's essentially the top of his head with a visible hand of energy, and you forcibly pull him along. And he walks obediently each step without hesitation. He walks cleanly, as if natural enough. No, it doesn't even look there's anything like foul play here. He calmly opens the door with a flick of your finger to command him. He turns around, closes the door just as politely. And as he leaves the ebbs of your strength, you can feel that hand I was talking about. Your connection to his power, to his consciousness begins to hit a wall.
Wait.
You can't get past this wall as it's your range. And as he slips away as it slips away, you don't have a choice but let it go. And as you feel it, let it go. Bob Frogman wonders what he's doing outside. Looks behind him in fear because he doesn't remember the last few seconds before the moment happened. But then runs terrified because he only remembers the golden visage of something controlling him. Robert Frogman.
You like that? Robert Frogman.
Yep. And he runs away. Dick Moby would have been like, hey, you need any help, Myron? Myron, he's been trying to get your attention as you've been in this trance.
Oh, apologies. I was thinking about something. I believe I finished my homework. And he presents him a small relic.
Oh. He takes it from you. The relic's the ring, right?
Yes.
He looks it over.
It's an earring that buffs dexterity.
Oh, yeah, earring. Sorry, yeah. Ooh. This is wonderfully sculpted. He looks over at you.
Thank you.
He looks kind of confused. You didn't need me to teach you. Just point you in the right direction.
Powers that be said I did. But a little refresher never hurts, does it?
He looks confused. No, I meant more that you're like a fish to water. It comes natural to you.
Oh, not my father, but you could say something of my oldest brother was quite the craftsman.
Well, he hands you as a part of your graduation gift. He gives you 5 pieces of common scrap. Here.
Ooh, delightful, thank you.
This is for you to begin when you have your own forgery and an anvil to create, for you to begin experimenting with.
How do I make one of these forges?
Well, that'd be
Great.
so to get a forge, you can easily buy one, but that'll be just doubly the price. You can also try to create one, which will require, I'd say, the resource like metal, and then a current amount of money required for the labor intense, for the quality that you're looking for. So you can make these things, or you can buy them. But essentially, you'll need an anvil and a forgery. That's it. Anvil to smite everything into place, and a foundry in order to correctly.
I'd also need a set of tongs and a hammer, wouldn't I?
That
And a
com-
barrel to quench whatever I make.
that's kind of like that kind of comes with everything. I'm making it as simple as possible. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't want to add on to I don't want to give you a grocery list. That's what I'm trying not to do here. But essentially, all Myron needs is an anvil and a foundry. You can make this place wherever you like. The foundry and anvil do not have to be conventional. We can take inspirations from a lot of different things. For example, Dick Moby's anvil itself is its own miniature anchor, part of which is the ship that tried to hunt him when he was a shark bound. He's got a whole little story I made for him, but like his anvil is the ship that tried to hunt him. So he turned that into his crafting. And so he's created several different artifacts using his own process called ocean water smithing. And with it, he's able to create nautical-like weapons and equipment, which is why you saw the diving suit guy. He also has a trident that hangs over the shop. But yes, for Myron, you can have several different types of anvils or foundries. One such idea could be like using the moon itself to make weaponry, or a volcanic foundry, boring down deep into Spiral City's crust in order to get lava. You don't have to hash this idea out yet with me, but this is essentially the next step. You'll need to make those things, and then you can begin making relics.
Any cheese in that crust?
I'm sorry?
Any cheese inside the crust?
Yes, there's cheese. Grummet, I found cheese in the crust. Sorry, go ahead, Lon. What was that?
I said the moon is made out of cheese, Grommet.
Oh, yes. Loon, we have to go to the moon.
Well then, build a rocket, and then get stuck there for like 20 years.
No, you'll find Lance up there.
Man, don't even ask.
Lance is up there.
And then the rocket gets cancelled.
Don't even ask.
The Overlegend streak being cancelled.
I just looked at Loon. Don't even ask. Don't. No.
All right.
What's that? No.
I'm sorry. Let's just finish up with Edmund. Edmund, what would you like to do? You said you were going to go watch a Blood Bowl game.
Yes. Are the gridiron grenade navers playing?
No, the gridiron hard hats are playing up against the gridiron caution signs.
So the grenade navers aren't playing today.
Not today.
That's a shame. Well, looks like I'm going to.
If you end up watching this basic Blood Bowl game, I'll give you a what's it called? A flat +2 bonus to any strength check you make.
All right, bet I'm gonna watch a Blood Bowl game.
All
I'll
right.
be disappointed that it's not the Grenade Nabbers.
You are disappointed, but the action isn't disappointing. As in typical Blood Bowl fashion, Glorb and Gorb totally fumble the fuck out of this game. Each side, every time one man goes down, it's almost like it's a knockout takeout. And it's like one knockdown after the next player getting knocked down, and then the enemy team fumbles the play, and then flips over, and then it turns into halftime. And despite each team picking at each other one after another, none of the teams make any points. None of the teams score any goal. Literally the entire time the teams spent each other just peeling each other off each other. Edmund learned a lesson in Blood Bowl and gained a temporary +2 strength check, +2 to his strength checks.
Now I'm off to buy a TV.
You can successfully buy a TV for $250 for common. An uncommon, which is the only other quality you can find right now. It's just $500.
How much is like HD TV?
Yeah, no. I would imagine commons the CRT, and then what's it called, a flat screen, like the real still chunky fat flat screens. You remember those guys?
Yeah.
Well, these aren't the TVs. I'm gonna put it in the bar in the Sauntering Stallion.
Yeah, it could be modeled that way for you, but I'm just saying the cost's still the same.
All right, I guess I'm gonna get the more expensive one.
So you spend $500 for a uncommon TV.
Yep.
Yeah, as you buy it, it also has that functionality where it has the VCR built in underneath it, and it also has a DVD player next to it.
What the fuck?
It's got a spot for your soda too. Who would get a soda cup holder for their TV?
Where would I put this in the damn bar?
Yeah, shame where there's nowhere to put your drink in the bar, huh?
Okay, let me add that to the notes so I don't forget later.
It's a flat screen TV.
It's a chunk. It's a small enough flat screen that's in the bar now. Yes. You'll have this guy to fit it in, but that'll add on to a flat bonus to the bar to help bring people in.
Yeah, we're putting the TV in the bar. And we're gonna make sure it's hooked up. Make sure it's hooked up with sports channels and the like.
Current furniture. There you go. Okay. So having the TV gives a +2 fame, which just helps bringing more customers in.
Hey, yo, you know that place that kind of feels a bit, fantasy stuff? The happy kind of way?
Oh, you mean Shenanigans?
No, I meant the... No, what? No. Shenanigans gets a sports bar. I'm talking about the social standing.
Oh, you mean this song is playing? Oh, this is a really good one too, Kalis.
What's the song?
The Vrake hornpipe, the Krusty Krab.
That's it. Oh, when we started building that SpongeBob narrative, I'm not gonna lie.
Great
I
line.
selected the Krusty Krab's a fucking lobster trap.
What the fuck is the binary bird? What the fuck is this line?
I forgot this bar was supposed to be modeled after like a medieval.
Yeah, it has the whole medieval vibe.
Well, now it's got a TV at the bar, but
TV.
only for the
Modernized.
eye.
TV.
What?
Ye old TV. If you can pull the
Only-
remote from, if you can pull the remote from the couch, you get to choose the channel.
But it's only at the bar. A matter of fact, I'm gonna set it in a way where only the people at the bar can watch TV.
You could even put a. You could even go so far as to have a relic or anima block the vision for people.
Oh, imagine instead of TV, it was a fucking crystal ball that serves the TV.
That's what I'm talking about.
So, yeah, we got you two out the way. Let's go on to Alistair. Like, it cuts out as I say Lance, and then it just goes straight to Alistair instead. Alistair, your turn.
On all Lance says, feed cannot be found.
Yeah.
Like technical difficulties, please stand by.
Alistair, what would you like to do this week?
Let's see.
You had that terrible nightmare, but shortly after that, you helped saved the reporter.
I'll be right back.
Yep, no worries. You completed the testing assignments.
Mm-hmm. Testing assignments, you mean as in... Let me look at this battle sheet just to make sure. So, testing assignment, you mean as in...
To become a...
I mean the submission, finding 3-star or higher ore? Is that the submission you refer to?
No. Weren't you trying to pass your test?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if finding the 3-star was part of that. I think I passed 2 tests, but not my final one yet, I think.
Don't worry about the submission. I'm gonna remove that. But yeah, I believe
Oh.
it has to.
Okay. So I'll attempt to finish up my final test then.
No, let me edit this. Alright. Well, if it's gonna be your final one, it'll be a DC of 12 intelligence.
Well, you know the drill. I'm going to spend an AP to drink for shortly because I need my study partner.
Yep. You put on your thinking cap.
Partners, he's putting on his thinking cap.
Then gets a magnifying glass.
Looks real close at the handiwork. Can Showtime? Yes, he can. Alright. So you've completed your task required.
Hooray!
So now all you need to do is return back to Dumas, and he'll consider you, It's like,
An apprentice.
yeah, for apprenticeship, yep.
Okay.
Because the thing is, Myron went to Dick Moby to learn only how to create accessories, and he specifically knew how to make relics. Not relics, but he specifically knew how to do the process, but just needed Dick Moby to help him push to finalize the final steps in it, because it's not the same in his world as it is in Spiral City. Alistair, though, you were passing this test to prove that you had the aptitude to learn how to make relic crafting. You still haven't decided what exactly you want to do anyway, and Dumas wanted to see if you can do it anyhow. You've proven now that you have the capability to create your own relics, and you need to go speak with Dumas just to finalize your tutelage. Does that make sense to everybody?
I stepped away for a moment, so I came back at the last 30 seconds with Myron wanting to learn how to make specifically relic accessories, and Alistair has not chosen what he wants yet. Am I understanding that correctly? Okay.
That's one thing.
Is it
you already
I
knew.
haven't mean to ask.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is it possible to go into sword or weapons and armor too down the road?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that you have the aptitude. You already had the aptitude from where you come previously from. It's a different process here. You can learn more.
Are bent.
Yes, it's differently. You can learn.
Write that down.
You can learn more. It requires more time, more and essentially more money and resources at that point. Because I had to gatekeep it harder. But yes, you can. So,
Yes, dungeon.
Alistair, as you're finishing up the last bits of your paperwork, you realize that this is your magnum opus. You've created an uncommon relic. Alistair, the uncommon relic that you created can buff an anima stat of one of your choice.
Ooh. Immediately. Let's see. Defense, hands down.
So increase your defense stat by 1.
That's why I made the earring buff my dex stat. Just so I can go quicker. Action economy.
Yep. Just don't forget that these relics, you can only have 2 at a time. Excuse me.
Two on you, but you can make a reliquary as well, right?
Correct. You can have a place to
Could
store
you make
things.
a relic to store other relics?
Yes,
Bag of
correct.
holding?
Yes. I would even go so far as to call it an Hitachi case. I like that.
Yeah, but then I'll make it and everyone in the chat will whine at me. And then I'll remake it again, but we'll lose the footage.
But then we play the Wii for some reason.
Yeah. And then we act like I still did it and just like gaslight the crowd. God, that was a good playthrough.
It really was.
And
So-
then I'll just put shit everywhere and like waste space, saying you can't stop me.
All right. So with that, Alistair, after creating your this relic, I like to think of it like it looks like the crust of the clover and unicorn that your father used for his secret door, but it's turned into a small ornate shield that it's like a keychain.
Take
Okay.
it on the airplanes or the TSA will lose it after they confiscate it.
Bastards.
Okay,
It's a
so
weapon, sir.
I'll equip my new shield keychain because, frankly, I've never equipped, but I've yet to actually use the damn thing.
Never cry looks sadly, as it never will cry.
Maybe someday. That happens when you're playing a ranged character.
You are, Alistair, my brother in Christ. You are a ranged character.
My brother in Christ. Okay,
That's like Lance going, oh man, if only we had a melee specialist.
Okay.
No, oh man, if only they had a ramp, but
No,
don't
I
worry,
mean, like,
Lance, the church has
I mean,
a ramp. In
Alistair
fact, when Falcone finds out, he is putting a ramp in.
Oh my god. That's hilarious. I love it. Go ahead.
You'll love the
Kalis.
second part.
Sorry, not Chaos. Go ahead, Loon. What was it?
I've been seeing Alistair is so long range that he often often doesn't actually do anything close range. So for now, Never Cry isn't the best fit for him. So he's gonna put it away in his storage. That's why he's equipping his new
The shield keychain. Yeah.
Speaking of relics, are we going to appraise the stuff he bought last time?
No. Those were just. I thought you were just the ones you bought last time. Oh, we should have spent some time before the session began. But yeah, because you bought one. You bought one legendary, right?
Oh yeah, we can take care of that next time then or something. This is good for now.
Okay.
We can just try as Alistair wants to play with his new creation before he sees the stuff he bought.
Here's one thing. Here's another thing, though. You bought those, and I took that to be an assumption that you're just going to buy them in bulk in order to scrap them. So we didn't create anything out of them.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. The only one I know that you probably won't scrap is the legendary one you bought. I know you bought a legendary one for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did buy a lot of scrap. Do you remember how much you got? I know there was a list.
I wrote it down.
Wonderful.
Common relics, 7 uncommons, and 1 legendary.
Damn it, no.
Yeah. Beautiful.
No.
Yeah, all we have to do is go over what legendary you want for Alistair. And remember, legendaries can have a really good ability, limited by only like charges or something. But I can. It's just supposed to be a power, you know.
Yeah.
In that case, in summary of Alistair, Alistair, your cell phone begins to ring.
Hello?
Alistair, I have distressing news. You recognize this voice to be Sector.
What's up?
So, I have good and bad news. I'll start with this. I've been able to get into your father's computer and network using my own equipment. I finally decided to stop using his interfacing because I could not enter it. Remember, I'm not a biological creature. And so I brought in my own equipment, and now I've created myself a HQ, so to speak. Using your father's network, I'm able to tap into most of the district's network systems, if not all of them. I cannot access the upper spire, lower spire, the spire, certain portions of Travail, Caribia, Market District, and Gridiron. Otherwise, I have pretty much, remote access everywhere.
Remote access? What can we even do with all this access?
I can open street cameras, surveillance systems, unlock or bypass security doors if they're electronical.
Interesting.
I can also download blueprints, pull up schematics. I can serve as an eye for you in certain locations.
I thought you were going to say downloading porn.
The bad news, Alistair. Your father was heavily invested in Dogecoin.
Game Knight goes, "Oh shit, Oracle."
I've got bad news, I've got bad news, Alistair. Your father was into midget porn.
Oh my god!
The good news is the files are all very small.
Oh, Lord.
Midget.
What? The movies are short, too. What are you mad about?
He was into midget porn, specifically triplegics railing midgets. I'm not sure what kind of...
Okay. Before we derail further, I need you guys to keep with me for a bit more.
So what's the bad news?
Yes, I've been picking up several different distressing network ports being interfaced, like being messed with. Something's going on in the lower spire portion of where the barrier is between the lower and Travail. They're scattered. The news footage, not the news footage. Sorry, the surveillance systems that I've been using have been slowly slowly being turned off as I'm trying to look through. What I can gather, it seems like the robots are attacking lower spire, and this could potentially spill into Travail.
So you're saying we got robots attacking the lower spiral?
I'm trying to figure out more information, but yes, at the current moment, it looks like there's some sort of interference. I'm sorry?
They're getting Rogered. Roger.
It seems like there's some sort of information. There seems to be some sort of issue with these robots.
Oh man, Skynet.
That's what I was looking for, the name of them. Yeah, no, specifically the lower spire had been working on, as it seems like, I'm pulling up some information here. They've been trying to subcontract a robotics company to create construction robots, and that there was also subleased by the Wrecking Crew company, Wrecking Incorporated.
Limited Liability, LLC.
Hello, I feel like I've heard that name before. Okay.
Do you know a man named Murdoch? That's the head CEO of the company.
That Murdoch? We ran into a Murdoch a few months ago.
Probably the same Murdoch who busted out of jail. He doesn't seem to be the one afraid of a personal identity, but his company is on its own front a legit end for a subcontractor agency. They're a construction subcontracting agency working for Gridiron Assembly.
We've got to investigate why these robots are malfunctioning.
Yeah, his company helped make those robots with a robot company. They provided the robot company with the construction equipment and went over the robot schematics and necessary needs. Then this robot company helped out and made the schematics to what the people needed. There's only a few robot companies, so this company is listed as CyberConnect Online or CyberConnect CCO.
Cyber to connect.
No, CyberConnect Online. No, not CTO. CCO.
So, like, are these engineers falling into comas or something? Because damn.
I'm sorry?
Are these engineers falling into comas afterwards or something?
Yeah.
No, they're getting isekai.
We're not there yet, but right now these robots are just these construction robots, if left unhandled, can spill into travail.
And there's nobody near there doing anything about this.
It's muddy ground to who's supposed to handle the responsibility. So as long as it doesn't spill upward to the lower upward to the spire, which it doesn't seem possible. The current issue is at the border. So as long as it stays there, it spills only into travail, then the lower spire won't do anything but corral it, which they have. They quarantined. Remember when you went to the market district?
Yeah.
It was quarantined, now you put it together because the robots were causing issues.
Alright then, I guess time to do another shopping trip. This time, do you want to come with me? Alistair winks.
I can join you. Affirmative. I'll be at your dormitory immediately. Is there anyone else you wish to recruit to help us?
I wonder if Falcone can help me. I don't know, or I think he wants to basically with his community work to even join me.
Hold. I'll reach out to Father Falcone. Should I reach out to Lance McKinley as well?
You know, maybe he wants a break from it. Call him just in case.
I will.
Busy signal.
I will give you an update in person, and I will meet you within the hour.
Okay.
20. He reaches out to Father Falcone, who at the current moment, I would imagine it's the first week. Father Falcone would have been like keeping up his face, doing his chores for the Cardinals. I want to abbreviate them for right now to call them just the Cardinals, but you've been doing your handiwork for the Cardinals on time, and they've been happy with you. They haven't sent the Turks back towards you, and you've been relatively quiet. And in fact, Father Falcone, they sent you a gift for keeping up such good faith with them.
Oh, they didn't have to send me another horse head. Alright, I've got the one. It's nice.
They send you 2,500 gold.
Hey.
The issue is it's decorative. It's in form of decorative or types of liquid asset that isn't actually gold. So
yeah, it's
like art.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, thank you.
I know exactly what you're talking about. No, I have to go to a certain store and part with it.
He owns his soul to the company store.
Falcone, though, you haven't heard back from Darius at all yet. For the month since. And the other side, you've been keeping up with the local politics news because now it's kind of your thing.
Well, once you try to whack the mayor, you're kind of involved.
Yeah, exactly. It seems like it's been a near day and night almost experience since the park. But Richard Turkey is on the rise of popularity. He seems to be taking his sober act seriously, and people are buying it like crazy. And without the backing that Plutaris was giving Conrad Condor, it looks like Richard Turkey might start beginning to win by a landslide victory.
And don't forget the sponsorship that this dude's also getting from Squad Zero.
Oh yeah, technically I think I am in fact endorsed barely ever met.
But yeah,
But I don't really like getting involved in politics, not since trouble.
it would be this day, Falcone, that you get a phone call. And this won't be the first. This will be the first, but won't be the last of your phone calls today. It begins to ring.
Oh. No, God's not home right now.
Are you sure? I can actually just let it go. Just like go.
Oh, I'm being an ass.
Okay.
He gets up on the side. Yes, I'm coming. Forgiveness can wait. God damn it. Yes, hello, what you want?
This would be Zector speaking in. Hello, Father Falcone.
Yeah, that's me. What can I do for you?
My name is Zector. I do believe we might have met before. I am an android constructed by,
Daniel Caston.
Yeah, Professor Kaysen, and I'm an ally of Alistair Kaysen. I am calling because he's asking to recruit you for assistance.
Oh, what's Lance gotten him into now?
Negative. Lance is not part of the parameter issues.
Okay, then what's he need help with then?
Alistair and I require assistance at the lower spire. It seems construction robots are on a rampage and can threaten to spill into travail if not helped. Lower spire does not.
Okay, so you want the Holy Man to help you with the robots?
Affirmative. Alistair requested that I reach out to you.
You haven't broken down from the logic error.
I can run a system diagnostics if you would like. It would take 6 to 7 hours against our mission
What the
parameters.
fuck are you running on Vista?
I do a thorough search, excuse you.
Well, Lance isn't there, and Alistair's not the sturdiest of lads. I suppose I will help him.
We will meet. Then we will convene by your church. You should expect our ETA between 1 hour 45 minutes to 2 hours 15 minutes, and adjustable for traffic and delays. He hangs up.
It's a great tragedy that neither of my fans are starting.
Lance, your house phone begins to ring, but there's no one home. It does ring for a while.
I like to point out the scene where like Falcone like sighs like I guess a holy man is needed. Hits like a button, fucking double barrel shotguns, and then he gives one to Timothy, and they start a railgun shooter with the robots.
Just becomes Doom, but with robots.
Oh my god, that'd be
It's a railgun shooter.
that'd be great. I'd love to do that. Damn, how long does it take to whack a guy? Fucking game night.
House is a dead meter.
I love game night. Damn, how long does it take to whack a guy?
Oh man, you're telling me game now. I sent him with 2 good individuals, and I ain't heard nothing yet.
Get a phone
This
call.
is why they don't run the city anymore.
You get a phone call.
Oh, speaking of,
You pick it
Father
up.
Falcone's House of Forgiveness, how can I help you?
Hey.
You're
never
calling about a fertilizer that's not ready.
Well, no, not the fertilizer problem. But it's good to know that you're hard at work. You recognize the voice to be the Turks member. What do they call him?
It was the
Reno.
the redhead.
Yeah, Reno. I'll keep it Reno. It's basically Reno. But yeah. Hey.
Oh, I knew who it was the second you said it. That's why I don't like them. Fuck the Turks, man.
Hey, look. I got a proposal for you. And something that I don't think you can turn down. And it'll even help you smooth things
Come
out.
down and offer this generous job to me yourself, alone, not telling anybody.
Well, that's why I called you. And for clarity over transparency, we are on speaker with my boss, but like, hear me out.
And you could tell me that and be in the bathroom, alright? But get on with it. I'm
Okay.
apparently popular today.
Now listen, the Cardinals have big plans in West Bay. I think you've been around there a few times with a Lance McKinley, if I remember.
Reno, I don't like you, but I'm speaking as your fellow brother in Christ. Stay out of West Bay. You can't have shit in West Bay. It is not worth the time. We should saw it off from the rest of the city and let it float away, alright?
Well,
Like Florida.
Like Florida.
Oh no.
Reno, you hear Reno like, look. I respect your opinion, and I humbly agree with you. West Bay is shit. You can't have nothing nice there. The Cardinals, though, they feel differently. They think, hey, no one's sitting in City Hall. There's barely, even if there's the men in black suits defending it, they're not really anyone to be worried about. They're not really Spiral City itself.
They're on the wrong side of the river. That makes us better than them.
So we kick them out, and the Cardinals then own West Bay, and then we can liberate West Bay and fix West Bay, and then have it join the Spire as
The
a.
only way to fix West Bay is to burn it all down.
Well, that's not very.
So, what
That's
do you
not
want
very
me to-
fatherly like of you.
It's not very
No,
cash
very
money.
Old Testament of me.
Well, what I want from you is to be Old Testament and burn West Bay for us.
Do I look like a petty arsonist to you?
Yes.
Look, sorry.
Climb
I said that as if he would know, but I'm just joking between us. Realistically, he's
okay.
asking you to come there to be muscle. He wants you to help enforce, do the enforcing you used to do. We need people. Simple as that.
Oh, yeah. You need an old man to help you now, do ya? Mm.
Well, feign your,
I
don't feign
suppose-
don't feign that your age has ever dulled your knife. We all know how sharp that is. And
No,
if
I
you
think
were to
it's one
help
of the
the
benefits of my friend.
And if you were to help the Cardinals secure West Bay, I'm sure they would give either you a neighborhood for your own, like gang, or pay you off enough to care, like to leave you alone.
Well, now you're speaking my language. I do like the words "left alone." I'm not gonna lie.
So consider it,
When do you
Falcone.
need me?
Looks at his wristwatch, looks back at the conversation, like now, before the end of the month.
Well, I think I can get there before the end of the month. I do have a bit of an errand to run first. Somebody actually called me before you. First come, first serve. I'm sure you understand.
I'll pencil you in after I beat some robots up.
Yeah, sorry, I've got to go kill the robots in the lower spot. I don't know what it's about. I don't watch the news.
What?
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay. And with that, you hang up. Whew, what other? Oh, and finally, as you get up from your desk, pour yourself whiskey because you already got enough shit on your plate.
Yeah.
The door opens, and it's Darius Falcone with a Mario and Luigi who look worse for wear.
Oh, cousin. He sits down and he pours a glass of it and then he just starts taking swigs out of the bottle. I have had 2 very interesting phone calls. Please tell me you have good news. Please tell me Richard Turkey is dead and we can take that money and use it for what we need.
He holds his right hand up and goes, I politely ask you to not yell when I tell you what happened.
Oh, now you see, cousin, I don't like that answer.
You find it
I'm
hard.
gonna need a
You
cigarette.
actually find it harder to get angry at him. I politely ask you to just
Oh, do
give
you
me-
kindly, huh?
I politely ask you to give me that cup in your hand and just let me have a drink.
Yeah, go ahead, knock yourself out.
I don't want to take that invite. He drinks it, he shoots it back and hands it back to you. He looks at you. You're aware of what animas are, right, brother? Cousin?
Oh, I think I know. You can say I've gone with the flow. I think it even shows. But yes, I know what an anima is.
I think he takes a seat down, looking really distressed. He looks back up at Falcone and goes, I think the broad that's working for Richard Turkey's an anima user.
Lights a cigarette, because that's what you do in this situation.
Look,
Now, why would you think she's one of these anima users?
he looks back behind him and sees Mario and Luigi. He snaps his fingers, and they bring out the Tommy guns they use. This hardware wasn't enough. It got stopped by some sort of invisible wall that this cunt made.
Yes, and I don't think they've announced force field tech yet. That is a bit of a problem.
And then the entire time
the crowbars, right?
Hmm?
The switchblades, the knuckle dusters. Come on, lads.
we couldn't keep up with her because as soon as we caused commotion, the bullets weren't working. We had the entire Travail Police Department chasing after us, so we had to hightail it, and we couldn't
the
even.
ones on our take didn't stop the other ones.
We don't have any Travail Police
What
Department.
do you mean we don't have any on the take?
We had to go.
Not even have like a shit detective. Can you give me a shit detective? No.
No.
Hold on.
They had to flee Travail, get back to Caribbean, and come back to you. That's why they haven't been in contact. And in their transit from going from Caribbean to Travail, I got some good news actually. We may have not been able to knock what's it called? To knock Richard Turkey, and I can't pay you because I didn't do the job. We can either still try to kill Richard Turkey, or, cousin, he points east. There's been gang wars at East Bay that I've been listening in on.
West Bay.
East Bay.
No, he means East Bay.
And listen, I'm thinking, politely speaking, between the both of us, we could handle maybe 2 or 3 of those anime users. You begin to actually notice the manifestation, and now it becomes clear to you, Darius is an anime user.
Oh, I think someone's been hiding secrets.
I think so too. I politely would like to know them. I like to politely see yours if I can see mine.
Oh, and I think I've got an idea of a gimmick too, don't I? Well, we'll probably want to head outside if you really. I'd just.
I like to imagine you see Darius, right? But his anima, right, is a golden statued man.
Okay, 1, that's fucking beautiful. That's a work of goddamn art.
Thank
2,
you.
I was gonna suggest a golf club.
Well, no, I like the. I like the.
I like yours too.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like the whole rapture feel to that. So yeah, but yeah, he can. You know what? To compensate, he can miniaturize the golden statue and make it handheld so he can swing it.
There you go.
I'm gonna give him the good old 1-2 combo.
Would you kind of hold still? Would you politely hold still?
Yes, his anima is that he can spend an AP and have someone do something that is non-harmful or excessively. It cannot be something excessively out of your will. If it was, you can challenge it. But for anything that's suggestive, you kind of must do it.
He's a weaker version of Myron.
He's a weaker version because he can't dominate, but in return, because he can get it to pop off more casually. The subterfuge that it doesn't seem to be anything more than a conversational choice. Like, you don't really notice him saying, "Would you politely," unless you really are paying attention to what he's saying and talking about. Just think it's mannerisms at that point. I'm trying to tell you and explain. Like, It's more subtle than Myron going behind somebody and holding his hand up and having complete and utter control. Darius can't control it entirely, but he can suggest actions. Especially if they're actions that aren't, counter to what people want. In stronger versions, he'll have better control of that ability, so c'est la vie for him.
Well, Myron's absolute. This one, you gotta be a bit more, not careful, but smart with it.
Mhm.
Myron can just bolt over.
But yeah, he would lead you outside to the alley, so no one would catch wind of you using your anima power. But you would, of course, we'll do the anime skip where we cut the budget in half, and you freeze frame turned into Hell's Wrath in front of him.
Yeah,
Oh.
but the camera shines or is focused on him, and you just see light and fire. Or
Oh,
the
yeah, we
implication of-
completely omit the fucking actual.
Yeah. No, man. At season 3, they cut it out. It was poor in the reviews. People kept turning the channel.
You just see the look of Darius nodding his head impressively, like, hell yeah, this is something we can use. Okay.
Eldrath looks at him. Now, cousin, please don't be a schmoozer. How long have you known I'm an anime user?
Cousin.
And schmoozer is a real word.
Cousin. I only put it together. I only put it together after the kaiju event. I just felt like there was no way, even with the kind of grit that we have, that you could have you or anyone else could have taken that thing down without being an Anima user. And after all, wasn't that the whole thing about Squad Zero? Furthermore, cousin, he looks up at you. The whole city's against us Anima users. We gotta stick close to each other.
What you say is true, but what do you intend to do?
Oh, that's easy. I'll let you help me decide. We can either fulfill our contract and look, the contract was hired by the Starman from the lower spire. We can keep going for our contract, as it isn't going to expire until we kill Richard Turkey, and I think the bounty is going to be higher now with his popularity soaring. I can't do it alone, though. That woman can fight me back, but this? I want to see her try to hold you back with this power you got.
The choice is mine to decide. We'll go to the east side.
You sure? The fights there are...
Withdraw all of our assets from this place. It is time for a new base.
Okay, you're doing this very well. He gives you a nod. I can take that. How about you turn back to Falcone? I can take an order a little bit easier from looking at somebody, face value, not looking up at you.
Not looking at the giant monster's ball sack.
Just hanging out. Some Dante's Inferno.
Yeah.
Some Dante's
Right, yeah, dude, fucking get out of my head. Fucking Satan Dong?
Satan Dong from Dante's Inferno.
Right. But we'll turn back then.
So we have a literal demon and we have Satan walking around Spiral City.
Wait till...
Not so much Satan, more like Beelzebub, but go on.
So, yes. We'll...
Alright, so yes, we will tear the east side. We need a new base. I don't like how exposed we are here. We're too well known.
Alright. I can do some scouting. And I have the interest in taking out a small local gang called the Ice Cream Runners. Very small. They're
called the Ice Cream Runners.
I
Yeah.
was hoping it would be the Sweets gang.
No, I have a lot of gangs, dude. I have written a lot of different ones. Like, I can't just... how many times I, doing BR and BMR, I'm like, please, guys, don't call me out. There's more Anima users, but, it just thematically makes sense to his character. Huh?
They can't live. They can't live anymore.
Anyway, the Ice Cream Runners. It's a small-time gang. They're literally on the verge of losing everything they already have. They look like they were getting their ass kicked by something called the Dawn of the Seventh Sun or some shit like that.
Oh, they are a religious sect?
It seems so. It's gotten to that point.
Oh, hey. Well, might have some luck with them, considering my occupation.
Well, that's one of them.
And if we don't, I do have my friend.
There's three different larger
And
forces.
we can bring him in.
There are three large forces at play at East Bay. You have the Dawn of the Seventh Sun. It's a religious cult that seems to be following a single Anima user that's supposedly the herald of the end. Or so he claims.
Oh, is he now?
Yeah. You have IG Joes. The inter.
Oh no, I want to hear this if you're struggling. It's gotta be good.
the intergated Joes.
Oh no, they're gated communities.
Yep. So like the cul-de-sac of rich kind of posh boys and girls. So they're kind of rallying up and trying to unify East Bay in the terms in a way that can be presentable to the Spire. And last but not least, you have the military doctrinate of the Zon.
There's a military dictatorship in there now?
Yep, just flat acid military. No, because that's not a military dictatorship. It's a flat military group, extremists. Enough fighting has occurred across the city that these seem to be just veterans who ended up washed up to East Bay, rallied themselves together, and were like, "No, we're no longer going to take it," and now are unified once again as a.
They're like surviving henchmen.
Yeah, something like that. That's perfectly placed. Surviving henchmen.
Well, look, so all the people McKinley didn't kill, eh?
Well, those are
I should let him know.
So
He's leaving a job half finished.
Dawn of the Seventh Son. Shit, I just forgot the middle one. Because the Zon is the military.
There's the ice cream runners.
No, the ice cream runners are small time. I'm talking about the big boys. I literally was just finishing. I know the Dawn of the
I
Seventh.
know.
What was the name of it? Just
I don't know. Because I
Okay,
got
I'm
hyped
back.
on Dawn of the Seventh Son. That's a cool name. Oh, IG Joe.
yeah, that's what it was. IG Joe's. The intergated. I'm about to reworkshop that. Hold on. I don't like it.
The neighborhood watch community.
That's actually not a bad one. The neighborhood watch community.
Oh, if you give me long enough, I can workshop something.
Well,
I
no,
mean,
I like
Cobra
the
worked
neighborhood
twice.
watch committee because it's kind of like the essence of what they're trying to do. I want the game to kind of be
NWC.
NWC,
How about the neighborhood community watch? We could call them the NCW.
NCW, the neighborhood community watch.
Yeah. I thought that was a wrestling thing, but
No.
My favorite idea to call them is
Oh.
defenders of the uniforms, but they only defend like
the
3.
neighborhood watch order. Neighborhood watch
No,
organization, NWO.
NWO, neighborhood NWO. I like that. But wait, hold on. I like Danny's idea too. They're the defenders of East Bay.
Only up to 6 blocks across Berry Lane.
Is that in parentheses?
Okay, I keep it for the NWO because I can't write all that or remember it. But yeah, so it's the Dawn of the Seventh Son, the Zon military, and the NWO. Those are the 3 major players in East Bay who are all trying to vie for power. There is no established control here. No one has a clear control, but it's like a large community based. And Darius and Tones. East Bay hasn't been able to give up its types or tributes to the Spire in several months, probably even a year. Meaning,
Because no one's in control. I mean, that's a lot of money.
the smarter
This is
people,
just gonna make us rich. It'll make us filthy rich.
all the smart players would put their gamble on East Bay. When Darius looks at you.
Oh, and we could just swipe in, kick the table over, and take the money.
Money isn't in physical form, cousin. Money is in the form of owning the territory. We have to
Potential.
exactly.
Well, this plan sounds better and better, doesn't it?
I politely suggest that by the end of this month, you move out with me to East Bay, and we begin
All right,
knocking heads.
cousin, if I have to turn it into my friend when I talk to you,
I'm sorry?
because if you think he keeps noticing he's using his animal.
Force of habit, cousin. Sorry.
All right, well, trust me, that annoys me. It'll straight piss my friend off. You do understand?
Just understand
He's
that
a bit touchy.
I understand the touching nature of you and your friend. I don't need to go see him twice, seeing that I know he exists. Just understand,
So
because
I like showing him twice.
well, cousin, on the point matter, this is time sensitive. The longer we let E-Space sit unprotected, vulnerable, like a flower, someone else is gonna pick it from us.
Well, then we'll bash the skull and then take the garden. It's what we do.
What if
But
that person's strong?
I suppose if I said prepare the men, you'd look at Mario and Luke and say, "Are you ready?" They would say yes, and that'd be it, wouldn't it?
I need more people than just that.
Rally all the troops we have.
Off the hide up.
The best we have extra.
Welcome to the R10.
The best extra we have is our engineer, called Warrios.
Warriors?
Yeah, the engineer, Warrios.
Well, he is an engineer. He should be worried. If they don't, things fall apart.
Fat, yellow, farts all the time, only good at making a motorcycle. Yeah, he's got plenty to be worried about.
Loves onions.
Yep.
Loves onions.
Wario. There you go. Wario. Wow.
Ah.
I gotta work on that.
Oh.
Wario. Oh, Wario. Wario. Wow.
I
Yeah.
somehow think if some Japanese men found out about our friends' names, they get very litigious.
Nah, they can fight our ass. Our shiny metal ass. So anyway, yeah, those are the three. That's all of the organization, including the 2 active footmen and the only engineer who's meant to help make sure the building they live in is fine, or the vehicles they get are fine, or the hardware they use are fine. He's the general engineer.
Right.
Yeah, our gang at large is falling
As a
off.
character, as a player question, do I have enough time in the game month for all 3 of these meetings?
I'll give you the answer being no.
Somebody's gonna eat shit then.
Mm-hmm. I'd say you're able to do 2 at best.
Fuck the lower spire.
Fuck the lower
I want to
side.
fight robots.
Hey, you still listen to Rail though.
Oh,
Money.
seems like the Turks get to fuck off.
Ooh, yeah, so that means you won't be going to West Bay. Ooh! I won't you don't have to sink it in right now because, of course, you can always change your mind. But just remember, you may not want to burn a bridge with a big crime organization like the Cardinals.
Well, I'm not going to tell Well, I could call Alistair, ask him for help with my thing, and then go help him on his thing.
It's like a telltale choice of East or West Bay. Yeah, you have to commit to either West or East Bay.
How long do I have to decide?
To the end of the month.
Which month?
This month, June. In the in-game roleplay a month. We're only roleplaying for a week today.
All right.
Yeah, so you'll have plenty of time. So, for right now, Alistair is going to commit to the next week to help with the lower spire.
Yeah, I want to fight robots. I'm not going to lie. It's been a while since we took Falcone out of the stable, as it were.
Yep. Also, I would love, Alistair, if you can find Mega Man music to incorporate for some construction themes.
Construction robots?
Oh my god, he's just Mega Man. I love it. The Reploids have gone crazy.
They're going Maverick.
Damn it, Lilas. Why did you run fucking Sigma.exe? It said do not open.
Well, fuck you, canonically.
No, and Dr. Wiles just flips the bird.
Flips the bird while
Wiley did create Sigma Zero and hit antivirus in Sigma and Zero didn't fix Sigma. That's how he kind of went off the rails. So he's not wrong.
Oh yeah, I love Mega Man, dude.
Not
I just
being on
haven't
a
talked about
Sigma
it.
mindset.
But yes, that's what's going to be the next week. So when we can join, we'll have that happen. It's going to play. You guys can imagine to be more theatrical. I'll make it more turn-based, like a Final Fantasy fight. You guys will fight a set number of waves, then fight the boss wave, and then conclude. It won't be too long. So it's going to be Falcone, Zector, and Alistair all going in. Do 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 do. Move. Not the Chevelle part, but move you.
Hey,
here.
hot damn.
Move Zector. So I don't forget for next time I look at everything. Next time, for these three heroes, their act will be called Construction Robot Disaster, Lower Spire Incident.
Boy.
Otherwise, let's go on and move the camera to a more not suspicious location, but I'd definitely say we're returning.
Concerning.
No, I'd say concerning either. We're going back to Caribbean. We have no real reason to be here, though, right? Well, not actually. As it turns out, in Caribbean, a masked man makes his way into the West District. He hadn't been noticed by any of the guards who had sat. As you guys remember, getting into Caribbean, you have to go through the checkpoints and speak to the people and get the game passes. This man, no, he just simply walked past. No one had seemed to notice him. A white porcelain mask, ornate in design, covered only at the top of his head with a black hat and a trench black jacket fit to him. That's a great anvil. As he makes his way through West Bay, and we're gonna get a closer look at his movements.
You mean
Caribbean.
Caribbean, not West Bay.
Sorry, Caribbean. Huh? No, that's not what I meant to bring us to. Oh, here it is, Caribbean West. Did that leave anyone on this map that shouldn't be there? Oh, hey, look, it's Lance that's no longer there.
Back to the board you go, Lance.
Ah!
Just
This man wearing this mask makes his way towards the Moulin Lounge. In his porcelain mask.
Oh.
Hmm?
no, yeah. Continue. That's
It's
something
okay.
very important we need to take up.
As you make your way into the, as this man makes their way to the front of the Moulin Lounge, you can see outside sitting is I'd say a youthful gentleman with brown hair, short cut, short smile, but wearing business attire as well.
So I suppose you're the one who pointed me in the right direction.
You make your way inside. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Slowly takes his seat.
Sorry, 1 second. Let me just pull out a token to hold place. Come on. Come on. Okay, sorry, I'm a little... Where are my tokens? I don't want to throw someone we already know.
Oh, that feels good.
What? Stretch?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, nice. God damn. I would have thought, oh, hey, that's what I was looking for. Here we go. That's who I was looking for. Sorry. He looks up at you from his. He smiles at you and looks up from his plate. He's eating steak on the left, potatoes lower, and peas on his right.
The man behind the mask just doesn't like.
No, you notice particularly it's a pattern on purpose. It's a code message. He's waiting. It's a visual sign for you to verbally tell him the passcode. New England clam chowder.
Chowder.
New England clam chowder. It's the white.
The man looks up from his plate and gets a serious look. It only happens for a brief second, but then he smiles again. Our benefactors wish you well, Arson, and welcome you to our city. We apologize that you got on a delayed flight that we could not help.
He raises his finger up to the waitress. Excuse me. I wish to place an order.
Hi, what would you like?
I want a coffee. I want a drink. Specifically, Grande, 1 shot, 2 pumps caramel syrup, 3 pumps cinnamon dulce syrup, 1 pump tough nut syrup, light
Sir, this is a
dulce-
Wendy's.
Give me a second. Dulce sprinkles, splash of non-flat milk, 1 pump dark caramel sauce, 1 pump
God.
brown sugar syrup, extra salted caramel cream, cold foam. He glares at the lady. You better have salted caramel.
All right, Moxie, Jesus Christ.
Oh, good lord.
Yes, we can get that right away for you. That'd be 175 gold pieces for all the toppings.
I suppose you're paying for the drink.
It is a business expense, I suppose. He waves his hand as she walks off. Now, to business. Our benefactors have been, like I said, apologize for your delayed arrival to our city. We like to still see you perform as you claim, Arson. So, you have to prove to us, and we have a series of objectives. We only have one objective for you.
He has a pocket watch and starts opens up his pocket watch up and starts looking at the time. I'm sorry, but you hired me to knock over a place called the Seventh Diamond, and if I recall correctly, that's a smoldering ground and fucking hole. He leans forward. You wasted my time with that. How about you what's this job? Because I'm not a man to be fucked with wasting my time and effort.
I already apologized to you on the behalf of the organization. He looks narrowly at you, Arson. Your job is to prove to us that you got the talents that you do claim you have. We have intel for where... He keeps quiet for a second. We have information about where another powerful artifact we are seeking is. We want to determine if you have the talents you claim, Arson. Bring us 10,000 gold in either items or appraisable items or in physical gold, or a legendary relic. As of always, the dead zone will be in the back alleys over there.
And where would I be sleeping?
Arson, you're a thief. You can figure it out.
That's typical.
Now, you'll have a month. You'll have only 1 week to complete this.
Is this drink finally came in yet?
I'm sorry?
The drink.
Yeah. At this moment, as he says, you have 1 week time limit, meaning you only have one roleplay action dance to find this in order to continue your plot hook.
He takes up the cup. Is there anything you can provide to me?
Huh?
Is there anything more you can provide, or I'm just going to be set loose on my own? Slowly starts drinking, like through the mask and everything.
Well, Arson, you claim to be one of the best thieves in your home city, able to have evaded the cops, robbed from impossible vaults. So A mere 10,000 gold and or legendary relic should not be a trouble to you, Mr. Arson.
I would have figured you'd give at least something.
I can give you a good luck, Mr. Arson.
Tell me.
The police
you
way
the
to say,
only-
"Get booked."
Excuse me. But are you somewhat important to the organization, or
I am expected back. Correct. He stands up, unamused by your threat.
Thank you, mister. I hope we see each other again. Also, you should at least finish your fucking meal. It's a sin to waste food like that.
One
When
more
he-
thing, your mom says
When he passes the red phone booth, he drops dead.
Hey, what?
Drops dead.
He did.
Austin slowly gets up and walks out the store. He immediately taps the forehead of his mask, swipes it down, and assumes the identity of the man he was talking to.
Ooh, well, you had Chameleon here.
I'll get to walk them.
And with that, Arson, you have 1 week. What are you doing?
Well, the first thing Austin's gonna do is begin to try to figure out how Caribbean fucking works, because I know as a character that the most important districts are on the north and east side. Austin does not know that, so he has to go figure out that himself.
Yeah. Okay, that you can spend a day to do such, to figure that out. You just need to pass an intelligence check to proxy as a street check. Go ahead and make a intelligence check for me to pass a 6.
I'm also going to use junction junction with my range as a means of trying to get as much information in the broad area as possible.
And what are you junctioning with?
Range.
I know, but your anima named.
Wayward Son.
Go ahead and make your rolls. Oh, you're passed. So yeah, you would know the information about the North and East District. In Arson, you would also find that you could... Well, I mean, you have to find a way to sneak past the East and North Districts. They are locked off. You need special access, if you remember correctly.
Austin kind of looks over. Doesn't seem like we get through that. I need some. Looks at the how you say, what are those men again? The top dollars. Looks at one of the top dollars. Is there any of them around?
Well, they would stereotypically be in the areas in the West District for sure. Yeah, you would eventually come across. You would eventually either see them crossing your path or standing idle and watching an area, but you would come across them. Yes.
So what Austin does is like goes to like one of the top dollars. Excuse me.
They travel in packs of 3, so they travel
Don't
in
worry,
packs.
I just need only. I know. So I just only need one person. It's a bit embarrassing, but I kind of dropped my wallet in a sewer drain, and I just need only one of you. Don't worry about the other. You know.
Make a charisma check of
Can I?
7.
Damn, I think my charisma was at 8.
You can junction if you like.
Yeah, I probably will.
Just remember, people can see you.
You can see these nuts. Got him.
Oh, just say that. You can see these nuts. The first, I'm going to be using speed and my charisma.
Okay.
Try to speak fast. The 5, at the time.
Speak fast, eat ass. Let's go.
You're able to convince them with the speedful retorts about how they should, Go ahead.
Yeah. So look, I just need only one of you. The two of you guys should just deal with what you're doing right now. Don't worry about it. Trust me. I'm so sorry. He's kind of apologizing. Look, I'll give you even 1,000 gold to help me out as soon as we get my wallet back, of course.
Fine. I guess I'll help you. And he follows you through.
Thank you so much. Like he takes him to like an offset alley. Yeah, it's right over here. Hey, clearly it's just right over here. I'll just point out like a random drain.
Okay. Well,
Takes out a paperclip. Mister?
Huh?
I got a question.
What's that?
Is that your face, or is it just a mask you wear?
He looks up at, because he was looking down at the gutter hole, so he looks up at Arson. What?
So what Alison does is like swaps the paperclip, but swaps the hat with the paperclip, but causes the paperclip to be heavier.
No,
Slam down onto it.
Not correct.
I can't do it.
Heavier object. It needs to be plus 50 pounds in difference.
Oh. So real quick, what's around though that is around that kind of weight?
You're in an alleyway, I would say a trash container.
Oh yeah, then swap this hat for a trash can. Like
Not the trash can. I'm talking about like the big metal trash compactors.
Yeah. That's exactly what Austin would do.
So you swap your hat. The place so here's what happens for everyone wondering what's going on. As Arson takes off his hat, he asks the question, does the man wear his face like a mask or does he wear it like a person? The man looks up and goes, what the fuck are you talking about? He sees the hat drop, but as it does, Arson activates his anima. His anima takes the trash compactor, teleports it with his hat, so as it falls, it trades places with the trash compactor. The trash compactor is now then considered twice as heavy because of the weight difference between the objects being lighter and heavier from each other. It causes the trash compactor to skyrocket down into the ground and sending the hat to skyrocket into the air. The man gets crushed under the trash compactor. You killed him instantly. And your hat gracefully falls back down, slowly, Arson.
Austin picks up the, kind of like goes pick up the, this guy's hat, cleans it off a bit.
He didn't have a hat. Oh, wait, you're talking about his outfit. Yeah.
His outfit. So, like, he immediately switches out to the outfit, plays around with his sword a bit, puts on the, the top dollar hat.
Your mask has 3 charges a day, by the way.
Gotcha.
So you still look like the guy you murdered previously.
Taps the forehead, swaps out, and becomes a different person.
The man that you just killed.
Yep.
So just to be clear, your ammo is a mask, and it can and it could trade places with people you kill.
No. The mask is a relic.
Oh, okay.
Before he leaves, goes into the rummage to the pockets of the disease, takes out any form of identification, and of course some cash.
There isn't much in terms of cash. Only 150 petty gold.
Well,
cheap bastard.
You also recognize that his badge is a penny symbol. It's cents. He's a top dollar man, but he's cents.
Gotta walk my way high on that. But for now, I'll be using him. Goes back to the other two. Alright. Guy try to fucking nickel and dime me.
What a cunt!
Minutes, boy.
Yo, do you want us? Yo, are you okay?
No, I'm fine.
Yeah, didn't you have like a kind of like a cough, like a sick cough going on?
Leans in.
All right, fine. Hey, don't pass that around.
Yeah, listen. Listen, I need to get. I think I forgot something in the north. I think a friend of mine forgot something in the North District. I just remembered. I was supposed to get back into there again.
Make a charisma check. They started to see that there's something up with you for asking how to get there. Because that's kind of like common knowledge 101 for these guys. You'll need to pass a charisma check of 8.
Well, someone's always watching, but Austin does not clearly does not know that, nor does he care.
I bumped my head.
Well,
Did you roll a
Still, I
10?
lost my memory.
I'm sorry, I lost my memory. Force
I'm
point.
metroided.
Ooh. I got by my speed, as always. Like he's trying to very quickly talk his way around this. Fuck.
You sure everything's alright with you? Like, you left the alleyway and you came back and you're acting kind of funny, man. Come on, everyone knows common knowledge about the North District.
Sorry, it must be this cop that might be turning into a fever or something.
Ha ha! For a top dollar, you sure ain't making a lot of sense around us.
I'm not. I guess you could say I'm not on top of my game today.
They all start laughing together. You're able to assuage it just a bit, but they're onto you. You can tell. All right, I guess we should return back from our patrol then, right?
Yeah.
Well, lead us the way. Lead us back. Yeah, lead us back, boss. You know the way.
Now, I think I told you guys I'm not feeling so hot.
Yeah, but you know how to get back to base, boss, right?
I figured you two were following me, so why can't we all walk down together at the same pace?
Because, boss,
Okay,
you lead us.
idiots. God damn it, I'm not a mother hen.
You are now.
You are now.
So, yeah. They're looking at you mighty funny. Boss, you do this every day. We always follow you. What's the problem?
Problem is, I'm not in the mood to do this today.
Charisma check 10. Fill in this blows your identity.
Bop, 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 bop.
Yeah, so, again, same course. Hang on. Let me just lower this down. Charisma.
Go ahead.
Points at one of them. Look, you said I have a bad cough, right?
No.
And
Finish the rest of the roll.
What?
Finish the rest of the roll.
Gotcha, just give me a second. If you put range, so he makes sure these two understand what he's saying.
Yeah, you pass.
I thought I had like because it
You
was
junctions.
critical.
If both of them would have critted, that'd be different. But you junctions.
Gotcha. Boston just grips the back, like his nose. I have a cough. I think I'm developing a fever. So talking to you two in this kind of childish way has been giving me a bloody headache. So I apologize if I'm not in the mood to lead you to stumble two left-foot Neanderthals back to you.
Okay, boss. Chill. You don't have to insult us. Damn. You know
Well,
Johnny.
he starts crying.
Yeah, exactly. You know Johnny's sensitive about his. Oh, come on. He's just gonna start crying all night.
Johnny 2 feet.
He grabs the shoulder of his partner. Just get in the goddamn car, all right? I'll drive us back. Damn. The day comes to a near end as he returns you guys from the West Bay to the top dollar location in East Bay.
Sounds like Johnny likes to have a certain phallic member in his mouth.
Wait a second. You mean there's base of operations in East Bay when they were supposed to be in Caribbean? Huh. So weird.
No, the top dollar work in Caribbean explicitly, and they have ties with the Caribbean crown family, which is Queen Caribbean herself.
Uh-oh.
What's up?
So it gets back up to the headquarters, right?
Yep.
Is that like a library of some sort? Like a archive?
Well, so you return back to their HQ. They pull up to a building that's a small, squat living building. It looks like what would be a rundown motel hotel, and they clearly get out the car and like, all right, boss. I guess we're gonna, lead us in at least, and do the bossly things as usually do.
Yeah.
Let's do the things, boss. Do the things.
Yes, I got it. Yeah, I got you. And Austin just kind of like adjusts his coat, strolls right in.
Well, it's not like a stroll in line. You make your way to the entrance of, and walk your way through to meet a receptionist. And this receptionist is a man looking at you up and down. He's dressed in the top dollar outfit, and he has a dollar sign on his lapel. And he goes, "Welcome to the what's it called? The Ironsides housing quarters. What can we do for you?"
Yeah. Hey, we just got back done for doing our shift over at West Caribbean.
All right.
Just turning in from.
Here, he turns in the paperwork. He turns in over a black ledger book. Here, signing yourselves in, signing yourselves in, and do the rest of the paperwork. He shows you a ledger. There seems to be a spot for you to sign in some information, and make an intelligence check. You'll have to pass a 10.
Thanks.
That's what you get for being a solo player.
Yeah, guess I'm doing another on.
Did you already roll?
No, I didn't roll.
Okay.
I'm doing intelligence, but I'm doing a junction with speed, so I can do this quickly. Come on, give me. Ah, fuck.
So yeah, you just see the only real obvious place for you to sign is your name where everyone else signed their names. When you hand the book back, the receptionist looks at you and goes, "Hey, you forgot to put in your income made, the income started and income made." He pushes the book back towards you. You trying to cheat us out or something?
No. Just having a
Give him
slow
the
day.
tip of your fist.
That would be Lance. That's Lance. I'm sorry, man. Didn't mean to. He kind of taps his head. I'm just having a slow day. Ding.
He looks over at the two other guys behind you. Alright, I suppose. Here. Don't worry about that information. Here's room 112 for you guys tonight.
Sleeping together, huh? Goes to the other level. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm going to be reading a bit tonight.
No, you say, boss. Reading's a interesting habit you got there. All of a sudden.
No problem. Maybe I want to do something before going to bed.
You make your way to the... So...
He's talking to what if you two want to start knitting or doing something nice for yourselves?
What the hell are you, man? You sound like him. You look like him. But you're not the boss, man.
There's one thing I definitely am, and that's the boss. Let's just get to a room.
No,
Walk on.
at all. No, they don't buy it.
Fine. Then I'm gonna go to the room, and you two can sleep outside.
Okay, Lance. I mean, okay, Arson. You make your way to room 112. You put the key in, you open it. You open the door, and you see that it's not a really well decorated room. There's a bed, there's a countertop.
Be right back. I'm gonna go medicate.
No worries. And there are 3 really strong armed men in there who stand up when you open the door.
Austin looks towards the one of the newest beds. He slowly makes his way down, but then you kind of walk into a room, then you
I
kind
thought
of
I
wave
saw
at
some
someone.
chalk around here.
Sorry, what was that?
Austin walks into the room to the newest HUD.
Stop.
Kind of then looks at the guys, kind of waves at them like, "Hey, how's it going, guys?" But silently.
They're clearly hostile.
I got the cone on Salem.
Interesting. Look, guys, can we not do this today? I know you kind of haze me or some shit, but
Arson, you notice behind you that the door entrance is already flanked with 3 other guys. In the back of your head, you can hear the voice. You can hear the monologue going. It's going to be a ballroom blitz.
Real quick, you Venom, point out one of the big guys. What's your weight exactly? All 3 of you. What's your weight?
A collective weight might be 370, maybe 400 tops.
Wonderful. Those 3 paper clips above the 3 guys behind them. Have a nice flight. Swaps all 3 paper clips to those spots.
So wait. Where'd you throw the paper clip stands? You're being vague.
He threw the 3 paper clips above the heads of the other 3 guys behind him, and swapped the positions of the 3 guys who were already in the room with it, since they're heavier than the paper clip.
Okay, so there are 3 people in the room. You throw paper clips above their heads. You swap the paper clips.
No, that's man, this is.
I believe he was throwing the paper clips above the
3 guys who walked into the room behind me.
Gotcha.
And one of the guys said it's a ballroom blitz. So Austin asked the question. By the way, you 3 guys back there. What's your weight like?
Yes. Okay. But for each of the paperclip each of the movements you do, you're still spending 1 AP each.
Gotcha. So that's 3 AP.
Yes, 3 in total. Yes. So you swap the men around, manage the paperclip trick, and drop these men on top of each other, crushing each other on top of one another, taking 6 of them out, and leaving basically a mound of people on top of an exit. Basically making it harder for you to leave that room without just straight up jumping out the window.
Wait, hold on. I thought they were dead because they become twice the weight and slam down with that force.
Yeah, they crushed each other. Yeah. I'm not saying they're dead, but yeah, they crushed each other. Can't have you instant giving everything, damn it.
Okay. So Austin goes to one of the guys. You don't mind if I do? Cracks his neck, taps the head of his mask, takes up his appearance, but makes it a bit more, fucked up. Quickly disguises that guy to look like someone else, and throws himself on top of the pile. And he kind of chills and waits, though.
Okay, I would say it would take an hour or so, but eventually, oh boy, Among Us. An hour or so, but finally a more fleshed out response from the top dollar would come, and in the form of
I should have cracked auto next, just to be safe.
A man wielding a staff.
Oh no.
Did they open the door? And what's going on now?
There's a man who walks in wearing full black armor and a black staff in his hand. He's flanked by two other top dollar men who also have dollars on them. He has $3 symbols as a pin attached to the black armor, and he walks in very methodically, waving his staff slowly. Its black staff eye-like tendrils begin to move and shiver across its surface. It's sensing your anima power slowly.
Oh, Bad Moon Rising, how you doing, buddy? Shit, you look better.
Winnable this motherfucker having that kind of power.
Well, animas have the power to see each other, don't they?
And you really think Austin would have?
I thought it was anima users could see each other, kind of like stand users can. There'd
That's
be an
what I'm saying.
Or something.
Yeah, so that's what I'm suggesting here. So it's like a passive thing, like running your anima, letting being that you use your anima so much, it just draws people who have animas too closer to you, or more apparent to meet them.
So, curiosity, does Myron have to burn AP to check for people for anima?
I can make it something like, I think that could be for everyone, to be fair, like an intelligence range check.
Yeah, alright.
Well,
yeah.
It's just it's interesting and interesting.
Come out if you hide. My men warned me there was someone afoot, and I can sense your presence all over the streets.
Sense these nuts.
God damn it!
I was gonna say, so real quick, is the door wide open, or what's that looking like?
Well, they're in a hallway. You've thrown yourself on the body of people too, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you're kind of on top of these people, just kind of writhing in pain and all that. So he's kind of hovering his weapon above all of you guys and just trying to figure out which one of you guys are the anima user, because he can kind of tell already by the times you've used your powers that there's someone around here. But he can't determine. Can't determine these nuts, dude.
Hey.
I was gonna make the joke, but I figured I'd used up my D's nuts.
So Austin kind of like keeps his eye out on the end of the hallway, trying to scan if there's something for him to use. I was like, I didn't get the fuck out of here, ASAP.
There's a clear window at the very end reach of your anima. You can see a pigeon sitting at the windowsill. It's the very edge of your anima reach.
Well, I guess that's why. It is. This is all in his head, by the way. It's monologue. Thank God I have that other thing. Let's see how this plays out real quick. Hold on to a reaction. If he discovers me, I trigger my secondary anima ability.
Still haven't discussed it, so I gotta say, I can't.
I wrote it in my calendar.
Huh?
I wrote it in my calendar sheet. When you told me to go look for this stuff, the images and whatnot.
I'm looking at the character sheet I have for you, or unless you're talking about in Wayward Son. Oh, here it is.
In Wayward Son.
So wait, are you suggesting you'd use that itself would turn into a sentry? Like the anima turns into a sentry?
No, it transforms into flight mode.
Oh, I get what you suggested, but it's like a sentry robot. A sentry, isn't it? Like you turned you weaponized your anima, is what I'm saying.
It just happens to have that appearance because of the secondary ability. That's why.
Okay.
That ability.
But what I'm saying is, you are changing your anima. You're not changing you. Right?
No, I wish I could. I wish I could change myself.
Okay, that's all I need to figure out. All right, fine. So you're going to spend your AP 1 and then use your AP 2?
Well, that's if I get the Scubble.
You understand that your AP 2 would just make you spawn Wayward Son, and then you choose what mode it goes into.
Yes, but then I immediately use its ability to swap with the pigeon.
Well, no, you're reacting to summon. Use your AP2, not your AP1. Your AP1's to swap things around.
Of course.
Okay,
So
I'm
let's
back.
just
Welcome back.
So I'm just gonna see how the scene plays out.
So what you doing?
No, we're not, because I went to feed to medicate me shit and get food.
Well, there's
My
not much I can
brother's
do.
devastated.
I'm just waiting around to see what happens.
No, there's plenty you can try to do. Get up, explain your situation, try the social bit again. It's been working.
Yeah, hey man, if you've got good charisma, use it. It's it changes the game. It's wonderful.
I got 8 charisma, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need. Well, I
Junction
think
that
I'm gonna.
shit.
Oh yeah, sure. Junction in front of fucking.
He already knows you're
He
there.
already knows you're there.
He doesn't know who he is yet, like who it
Yeah.
is.
So if
So,
you
like-
like sit up and go, hey, I want to talk in Junction, and then explain yourself. I don't know how you're gonna explain the murders. That's on you.
No, they're not dead apparently. They're unconscious, except for one.
Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna explain the savage beatings. It's not Lance, guys. It's not Lance, but he's to beat every NPC.
It's not Lance. If it was to him,
I can't believe
I
it's
would've-
not Lance.
Yeah, if it wasn't him, if it wasn't for the fact that I told him he couldn't kill those 3 people instantly, he would have just basically killed more people than Lance did the first time I introduced Lance.
Yeah, Myron could have killed Robert, but he didn't.
Boss man, is that you?
Edmund could have murdered the entire
Kind of weakly looking at the.
Well, no, Edmund could have willingly murdered the entire
Austin.
bar.
Make the charisma check to sell. Make the charisma check to sell a bit.
What's
Uh,
the check?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Can I also just like remind you that I'm also myself like look very fucked up.
It's convincing, yes. At the same time, I can't tell you. This is that kind of social. I'm not saying it's harder, but I just can't tell you the DC.
Come on, baby.
Papa needs a new
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
I promise you,
Oh,
this definitely wasn't what, Danny.
I know.
what was
Well,
it?
you know what that means.
He
Yeah.
hovers his staff over Arson's chest. He spends an AP in order to try to cancel, to use his anima powers on you. He finds that there's somewhat with small resistance of him using his powers, and that would be the perfect judge of character that you're an anima user. Because he can't cancel a power. He can cancel powers, but you aren't even using yours at the moment. So, when you guys target other anima users, I've always had you to roll to accuracy. His difficulty in using his powers on on Arson is indicative that he's struggling to use his powers. It only ever happens to another anima user. How did you get here? And who are you? Arson.
Wastes his sprinkle. I am just a person who's trying to figure out how to get to the North District. Not gonna lie to you. I have no interest in your company, your friends, mostly, but I would be more than willing to let bygones be bygones and give you what little I have on me as a form of token appreciation with you looking the other way.
Gonna pay you $1,000 to let me fuck off.
This guy, the man in black armor, like, you can't make out his expression, but it's clear that he's looking up and down at you. How much exactly do you have on you, Mr. I don't even know your name.
Takes out the wallet of the previous guy he killed. My name is. What's the guy's name he killed?
Brent Wallowwood.
Brent Wallowwood.
Nice way of not lying. A nice way of lying to me. What's your real name, Brent?
Roger.
Yeah, Roger Smith. If I googled your name, I'd probably find 3 of you on Bookface.
No, well, that's just
Bookface?
Work.
You could have called it Faceplace.
That face plates.
Face. I'm rhyming it. You know, rhyming what I want to do these days. I wonder why.
There'll be giant robots for you to fight. But yeah,
Giant robot.
stop with the charade. Stop with the charade. Anima users are more than a commodity, more than worth their weight, you know. And if you're really an Anima user, the top dollar and maybe Queen Charybdis herself might have use of you.
And pray tell, well, does the cream lie? This Queen Charybdis.
Oh, you'll get to meet her very shortly, actually. In that moment, 2 or 3 more men come in after clearing the bodies from the hallway. No, after finally clearing the rest of the bodies around you, like they're pulling people around away from you, but 2 of them stand armed with like assault rifles at you. You'll get to meet the queen very shortly.
Charmed. Should I put a new outfit on, or she wouldn't mind the current mug?
I think you'll be just fine the way you are, Mr.
Austin. That's my actual name.
Arsene. Good. He leads you out the room with the men in tow.
And Austin just like has his hands up, completely shown all the time. So,
They'd have you bound by hands, yeah. And, you still need to have a week more of interaction, but for now, that's the perfect little seg moment for everyone to take a moment to see and be able to witness arson in action. You got caught, and now we're being presented to Queen Charybdis, and we'll pick up on arson later for that. And before we round out the end of today's stream, we have to do, I kind of don't want to stretch it longer than I already have. We're already 3 hours in. Fuck. I really meant to do the tournament thing.
don't have to take up more of your time.
Introductions had to be done anyway. Let me just start the next session with the tournament in hand, and we'll go from there.
Oh, by the way, Austin, kind of stuff. You want to take that? I have salted caramel pieces if you want.
Shut up, Danny. Otherwise, the beginning for the last little bit I want to do before we end is watching Myron and Edmund walk to. They'll get to the boulevard to begin to begin the first part of the tournament, which is going to be the demonstration hall. Everyone's going to be every partner paired group will get onto a stage and demonstrate through a punching dummy how much damage they can do in a single turn. In 3 turns. So they can either do continuous damage or spend 3 turns charging an attack or something like that, but essentially the first portion of the tournament is going to be a demonstration act. Those who are on the top, those who fare the best will get a reward and get to choose their placing in the bracket. So how does that sound for a good spot to cliffhang?
Sounds great, but are weapons allowed in this tournament?
Yes. As my favorite song says, anything goes. Anything goes.
Fine, what did you try to link?
I tried to link a image. Did it walk or no?
No.
I thought so. Let me just delete it.
Otherwise, do you guys have a name for your team?
It's only two
What
people
is her
per
name?
team.
Huh?
What is our name, Kalis?
Uh,
Can we go with Aces High?
you know what? I appreciate the Iron Maiden reference.
The
I don't have a problem with it.
Iron Maiden. I wonder if Token likes Iron Maiden.
Yep, he's going to.
I don't know why I asked him, but he didn't say anything. But he doesn't say much these days. He's pretty dead.
There's definitely the what's it called? You guys are one of the participating groups. You'd also see another set of participating members. One of which I definitely want to at least show tonight before we wrap up. Because he's tag teamed. Because he is tag teamed. There you go. There he is. This fine old gentleman.
Who is that bundle of sticks?
No.
Who is that?
Oh, it's not changing on roll 20.
No.
Yeah, I don't see a thing. That's why I said that. Oh, Token.
Yeah, Token.
Who is that?
Where?
Right next to ours.
Oh.
One of the participants in the competition would be flanked by another person. I don't have a token yet for him, but Cernic,
Good boy.
you'd be entering towards the boulevard, and this would be your first time ever going out anywhere further than the lower spire, let alone the spire, the lower city, as the people in the lower spire call it.
Oh, it's a rich asshole. Perfect.
On your side, Cernic, there's been the man who's been your sponsor, leading you from the lower spire after your encounter with the Great Return. Was it, or the Great Journey?
I'm sorry, repeat that one more time, please.
The anima that you came across, Cernic.
Oh. Steinrick, yes, but for now, but the
Cynic.
anime I'm looking for it. Or Stein for short. Anyway, great distance.
Great distance. And what was to say it for short?
Sign.
Sign. Okay. So, Sign, you've been traveling with your sponsor, who had led you from this lower spire ever since your encounter with the Great Distance. This sponsor of yours and the person who's led you around since your departure of the lower spire has only gone by the name of Moon. He seems quiet and reserved, and it only seemed to be interested in chat and talking with you at night. In day, he almost acts catatonic, zombie-like, moving only necessary. But you've learned to stick near Moon, as it seems that this man has a really wealth of knowledge of what the Spire can offer. You eventually, Moon leads you to West Bay, with his intentions of that both of you will enter this tournament, and under his sponsorship of the two of you, both of you will enter the fighting tournament, the King of Anima Fighters, the first annual King of Anima Fighters. And you will be both tag team partners for the team known as, sorry, I had it in my head, Astra Lunar.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's Astra Luna. Yeah, Astra Luna. And that will be your tag team fighting name.
Astra Luna. Okay.
With two clearly
Oh, it's it nighttime or daytime right now?
I would say it's slowly becoming night. The tournament's going to take place at night.
Okay.
So it's clear that Moon is slowly getting himself, worked him, slowly back into his own rhythm. Myron and Edmund would notice this particular pair standing out from the rest. I mean, there's going to be. I want a man who's literally he has a helmet that looks like a horse head, and he's accompanied by a man who's literally a brick wall. That's one of the teams. I shit you not. I just have the right stats and names. But yes, for now, at this little cutscene, Myron and Edmund, you notice Cyan and his partner.
Well, y'all are, do I know, does he, give off any aura that he's from the lower spire?
Dressed.
He's dressed?
Cyan is the only one here dressed like he would be from the lower spire.
Well, would you look at that? We got ourselves a rich boy.
Moon looks over at the jeering comment, but doesn't respond. He whispers over to Cyan, "Pay no mind to it. Small men have small minds who only worry about such small things." Such as sex.
Let's not be rude here, Moon. Let's not look down on others, shall we? Besides, look at the way I'm dressed. I'm half expecting it sometimes.
You're dressed appropriately to what you want. What is there to say about that? If he can't afford yeah, he's speaking in a way that he doesn't care if you listen or not. He's just like, if a man wants to judge you for your appearance, I say that they should work harder for what they want then, not to jeer at you for being who you are.
Look, I'm going to be really honest with you. If you can't take a jeer and you think it's personal down here, you're not going to last 12 seconds in that ring.
You got a point.
Cyan, who are you partnering with?
Me?
No, not you. My partner, Cyan. So, Cyan, how would you act like my partner?
So, are you ready to win this, Moon? Holds out his arm and then flexes it.
Moon holds the brow of his face. He holds his face in his hand and goes, "Yes, I'm ready to win, son." The Cyan.
Son.
No, not son.
Black hole son. Well, I mean, technically, he's looking at a black hole.
But yes, Moon looks towards Cyan and goes, "Alright, I'm not trying to be hostile towards anyone. I'm just any comment towards a friend is more of an insult for me to defend. We'll see you in the arena, won't we, Mr.
Edmund?"
He looks over at Myron. "Do I know you by chance?"
I don't believe so.
I feel like we might have crossed paths.
Dungeon, if we did, I don't remember it.
No, you haven't. No, not in a way I can explain yet, but neither of you are aware anyway. So he brushes it off and, come, let's go, Cyan, and prepare ourselves for the demonstration round.
When Cyan shook hands with Moon, I want Edmund and Myron to take note of the marks on his arms.
Big boy got tattoos on his arms.
Yeah. That's all.
Yep, no worries. And with that, both of them leave. You guys notice Moon's shadow stays in its spot a little bit longer than where it should be before finally following him.
I see. All right then. Edmund, we gotta watch out there.
Well, I'm glad you're warning yourself.
Myron, I'm sorry. Myron, we gotta watch out there.
I'm a little drunk on this.
I'm afraid that boy is going to have something to do with shadows.
Shadows.
Tell me what shadow can stand before the bright lord.
Well,
Ooh, that's
I'm
great.
literally his counterpick.
Come on, let's go. I literally counter it.
0-10, let's go! Fight hungry!
Alright, and with that, we'll wrap that up. As a bonus, just a little caveat thing that I need to get out the way. We take our camera to the Oblivion. We find Lance hovering in motion, motionless in space, in this darkness. Lance, this is the worst pain you've ever been in. You're so delusional, you're living back the memories of you being back in your home. You can see your childhood being raised here. Your father being a doting man who cared deeply about family with you and your mother. The rough times come to West Bay not by choice or by wishes, but by the whims of greedy men around you all. And slowly West Bay got corrupted. Because that is human nature. Your father stood up, created the Dead Enders to help defend what little people could. But even he couldn't help. Because human nature is, after all, and your vision begins to fade from your home. Human nature. Lance, you'll need to make a power check here. You need to pass a 3 at a disadvantage.
Of course. Let me just open up Lance's is power.
The strength.
You mean strength or power?
Yeah, strength.
Oh,
Holy crap!
Yeah, Lance is tired of all the cripple jokes.
That's fair.
Lance,
Barry.
you generate 1 AP. No, sorry. For what incredible luck? Yeah, no. You generate 3 AP.
Rules of nature.
It feels like you've been floating in that stasis forever. With this successful amount of AP, you're able to get a better look at your environment. You see the floating monster that you killed previously. Or you thought you did. The giant kaiju creature. It's slowly growing. As you try to sit up or something, you begin to feel that there's no space to cradle yourself, and you begin to just slowly twirl in an axis you don't want to twirl. From that being twisted around, you can see the panorama of the darkness around you, and there ahead of you is that guy in golden armor.
Hey, wait a minute. There's no fucking way. And Lance tries to use his other arm to kind of doggy paddle himself towards the figure.
As you try to make this action, every action here requires you to spend an AP to do anything. So, will you spend the AP to move?
How much would it take to get me all the way towards him?
One's enough.
Gotcha, then. Just spend the 1 AP to get close.
You float closer to the floating golden man. As you do so, Judd?
Buddy, when you're well, really use a friend.
The body lays motionless.
Lance doesn't say anything, he just looks down. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get you caught up in this. Didn't mean to get you killed.
Well, to be fair, you don't even know who the fuck this guy is, or what this is. You've never seen this person past that one interaction they jumped on top of the creature. You can see that the suit's been compromised in several different places in the lower apparatus. Its lower suit half is ripped to shreds. This man's missing his lower half.
Just to have like. Can I do anything with the suit?
Just the half I need.
Can Lance do anything with the suit?
Well, that's the thing. You just said you floated towards him, so I'm telling you what you visually see. What would Lance do?
Yeah, I would love to figure out.
Remember, everything you do costs AP here.
Gotta be careful. Fuck it. So like Lance just spends another AP to take the weapon into the stuff off him. Not gonna need it. Well, Lance needs it obviously, but not this guy.
So you reach over, spend an AP and reach over, and as your left hand is trembling and moving in pain, you reach out to this chest piece, and a blue sapphire-like glow glimmers in this darkness for only a briefest of moments as you touch the chest piece. Hello? Can you hear me? And we'll have to end it there for you, Lance. And tonight we'll end it there.